Hello, everyone. My name is Orcish. We've got B over here. We've got Vertz and Peppo with us today. This is episode 8 of Zug and the Bug podcast. We're
Hold on. Did you let the stream like people get in here first before we started talking?
No, not at all.
There's no one in here. You gotta wait.
People are in here. I just ended stream. They're still here.
You gotta wait like 5 minutes. Let people start coming. Like play some music. Some like
the music's going. Look, there's people in here. They're all talking to us.
All right. You can see. By the way, did you rename this fucking podcast instead of Peppo and Vertz? Just put down Victors versus the Victims. Put that in there. That's what it should be named.
So, were you the victim of my hands around your throat?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Who rode off in the fucking sunset?
Okay.
I mean, look at
weren't
B.
you on the back of a horse, though?
No, I was good, man. I was good, you know. B lasted all of like 0.5 of a second in the fight. That was great. She's gonna
they had to obviously take out the strongest competitor first.
She's gonna have a lot to say today. She's got a lot of input.
Well, she's the one that made it happen, though.
Can we stop the podcast? I don't want Vertz here anymore. Get him out of here. I don't want him here anymore.
You invited me.
No, fuck.
All right, sorry, Orc. I'm so sorry. Please continue with the
do you
intro.
want me to? Well, does this take 2? All right, welcome to episode 8 of Zug and the Bug. We have very special guests who are they're very nice to us, and one in particular has never said anything to besmirch either of us. And we love them both very much. It's Vertz and Peppo. We're here. This is a special episode because we're spending the whole episode talking about one particular scene, which has been named Bullheaded.
Bullheaded, baby.
Bullheaded. This happened on Wild RP, Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay server. And we should just dive in with how... I think we should start with how the law had you guys surrounded, and you were going to lose.
Fucked that up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we still fucked it up, sure.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Should I conduct the interview?
No.
Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here.
Vertz. Well, actually, no. We're gonna start with Peppo. Peppo, you played Jack Kettleman, who's the leader of the outlaw group.
Jack Kettleman.
And so, well, let's set the scene. We chased you guys out there to the fort.
The unofficial leader.
Unofficial leader, sure.
It's a very fluid relationship we have.
You know, I got a note recently.
Our crew. Like sometimes there's different people calling the shots. It's very fluid.
This is already going off the rails, but I recently got a note from Clayton saying that he was the leader of the Kettleman gang.
He's the official leader. Clayton is the official leader. Tony Tone of the Jack Kettleman gang.
He said I'm the leader of the Kettleman gang. So I don't know.
You know what's really interesting? If usually the person that talks the most is considered the leader, but there's things that happen like behind the scenes where who's the real leader? Is it the guy that talks, like conducts the negotiations? But because behind the scenes there's sometimes it's other people calling the shots. Like some of the most important decisions we made were other people in the crew. So I don't know the answer to that. I guess I'm the like leader on the face, but behind the scenes there's a lot of other people making the decisions. And I just want to put that out there.
Thank God. Because his decision making, I'm telling you from experience, is fucking horrid.
Give me one example. Your decision making is on point.
Do you want to go to Kettle Bones? Do you want to do this? Well,
your decision making is on point. Don't even get me started, man.
Fucking Kettle Bones. Worst thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Listen, brother, not all ideas are gonna stick.
What is this idea? Kettle what?
Not all ideas are gonna stick.
Tell them about the Kettle Bones. Tell them.
You tell them about it.
I tell them.
I was trying. Okay. We were trying to innovate and create a stock market in the Wild West, man. God forbid. Okay. So a guy came to me with an idea. An accountant, 2 accountants came to me, financiers, with an idea. They went everywhere. They got denied. Every door they knocked on, people spit in their face. They flipped the sign from open to closed. And then one day I see a man like with his hands in his pockets, dressed really nice at the ranch in line waiting, because there used to be a queue at the ranch. I saw him there one day, second day, the third day we were about to leave. He said, "Please, Mr. Kettleman, I just need a few moments. I've been here every day." I said, "All right, let's hear it." And he had this idea that he pitched, kind of like Shark Tank. And I'm sitting here, and our business, we had different divisions. There was the Vertz. He had like his part of the company. I had my part of the company.
What are you talking about?
I had my own. I had my own
divisions. What are you talking about?
We had our own branches. We had separate branches.
We didn't have any branches. What are you?
I had my own financier. I had my own financier. I had my own accountant who was like handling my books.
What?
Remember?
Really?
It was. Yeah. It's as exciting as it sounds. Trust me, it was fucking riveting stuff.
So the guy comes to me and he has this idea about creating bonds, a bond system, where, because if you're outlaws, you shouldn't be able to use the bank, in my opinion. Right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can't, right? Because they have such bad debt, right?
$10,000, $15,000 in debt. That's what was the whole point about the diamonds. It was to circumvent. So this guy said there's even a better way. Each diamond is worth like 40, $50. We can create a document with like serial codes and stuff that can be worth like 1,000, 2,000, whatever. So they come and they buy a bond from you. So if I came up on $2,000, I go to the accountant, I say, "Here's 2,000 cash, give me that bond." So you can have a bank account full of like 6, 7 bonds worth like 17, 18, 19, like $10,000 that is withdrawable if you go to the right people.
Right. Only through them, though.
Only through our company.
Yeah. Okay.
But you need a big company like K&K that was legitimate. You can't have like mom and pop.
I like that idea, actually.
Thank you. So the guy came to me. He got denied everywhere. And I'm like, well, why not? I have my own. We have cash flow. We're making cash. I have my branch. I'll invest. I'll put the capital down for the business. You guys make it happen. And then my partners, who should have been backing me, just let me out to dry.
Okay.
They just let me out to dry.
Okay, first of all,
he was supposed to be there. He was supposed to be my partner. He should have been there conducting the negotiation.
So upset right now?
I know.
Listen, I'll be honest. To me, this is all just going.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's okay. I'll tell you what the problem was. Okay, the problem wasn't so much the idea. The idea is whatever. It's fine. The problem is that before this idea of the kettle bonds came about, we had spent weeks building the whole diamond thing, okay? We're mining fucking caves. We're doing meeting RP after meeting RP, hoarding all these diamonds. And then Peppo decides that doing this kettle bond thing we can do that even though it's a direct competition as to what we're doing.
Oh,
and it would have undercut the whole
man.
diamond thing. So anyway, I said, listen, you want to do the fucking kettle bond? Do the kettle bond. I'll do diamonds, you do kettle bond. You're talking about the branches. Remember the branches? I had my branch. You had your fucking kettle bond branch. This guy went to the first fucking kettle bond meeting with the accountants. Within 5 minutes, he was done, dude. And they'll tell him, they'll explain to him how to do it. And he was like, checked the fuck out, bro. And he just walked out the barn and he said, "You know what? Baz was right." And he fucking fired him. Fired him right away.
I was mad, but
you fired him, bro,
because they were trying to strong arm me. But we had a dynamic where, like, let's say I get an idea, I go to my partner. I go to Baz, who's a great negotiator. He's really good at doing like business meetings. I come with the idea. I had an idea. I would put it on his lap. And then he would conduct like the negotiations, and I would stand there smoking the cigarette, making sure that people don't step out of line, type of deal. And that thrived, and that's how the diamond thing started. The diamond thing is grown now; it's working. What are we gonna do? Spend all day just thinking about diamonds? It's time to now delegate that, a working business, to the next people in line.
Accountant RP.
It's moving. The diamond thing is working.
Shit.
Time to move on to the next thing. The bonds. All right, now let's get that. Once that gets working, we delegate that, and then we move on to the next thing, and we slowly take over the world that way.
I'm so glad I died, man. I'm so fucking glad I died. Thank
He was supposed to do their meetings. What could have happened, by the way?
I would say this during the reading of Baz's will, and Baz leaving in the will. I've left you 2,000 kettle bombs.
It's actually 10,000 kettle bonds.
Oh, 10,000 kettle bonds.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nice.
I just hold on to them because I think they're gonna be worth something someday. How they going, by the way, Peppo?
Listen, brother, wait a minute. Look, there were people that wanted to do the bonds. It wasn't. We weren't gonna be writing down the notes. They wanted to do it.
Yeah, it was great.
All you had to do is just put your stamp on it. Name of approval, Shark Tank. That's it.
They wanted too much. Is that what it was? They were like, we want a big cut. And you were like, fuck that.
He
The
says
cut they
that.
wanted was so big, like, and now they're telling us, like, what about what they did such a bad thing where they came into it and started questioning like our whole business. That the diamonds are no good. We're not making money off of it. And sometimes it's hard in RP to say, I know we're not making money. We're doing it for the RP.
Yeah.
But they kept coming like too much. They kept coming a little bit too much with the numbers. And I didn't know how to say, listen, like, we can't pay you all that money because we're not even making any money. Like, this is all coming out of my own pocket. And they just kept talking about how our diamond thing was not profitable. And I just it was also a really long stream. And Baz was in the chat, in my chat. And, like, pissing me off. So I was just he was egging me on. He should have been inside, like, doing negotiations, and he was in my chat,
like, fucking with
in
you.
the flames.
Like, it's such a great idea, Peppo. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, that's essentially what I was saying to him. Yes.
Because I'm trying to defend why it's a good idea, and then here comes the moment, and they just took the wrong route. I think the accountants. And then he's there, and I know he's enjoyed it. It was killing me on the inside.
Oh, that's so funny. Actually, B, why don't you set the scene for us and then I'll pull this picture up.
Oh, fuck. Okay. My memory is a bit fucking hazy.
Well, yeah.
But from what I understood, my character, Esme Glades, who was a sheriff, received a tip from someone saying that Jack Kettleman and a bunch of his goons were down at the west, and
these tips, man, these tips.
These tips. And so Esme was like, okay, so she gathered a group of people, which consisted of McGregor, Starling, Hughes, there was Reeves, and Charlie. And we all went down, and what was really, really cool for us as lore leading up to this is that we'd had a lot of time, especially because my character was all the way down in freaking Tumbleweed most of the time, where me and Reeves have both done like a massive survey of the West and like where good places are to hide and where to look. And it was like super duper fun because we were like, okay, well, we know all these places where they can potentially go and hide or where we can maybe try and spot them from like a distance. So we took the entire group up into the cliffs just beyond the fort, and we all rode up on the side of the hill, and we were hiding in bushes and looking through with binoculars. And they were all kind of scattered around the rooftops from what we could tell. So we made the call and we went down and we decided that we were going to infiltrate the fort and go and spend some time.
Why not?
Okay, so we went and
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I'll take over. So we went into the fort. We surrounded the criminals. They saw us coming, I think, once we got on the walls, but it was too late at that point. And so we had you guys surrounded, and then you guys opened negotiations, right, with the sheriff, with B's character.
Let me. First of all, can I ask, what do you mean by the survey? That sounds really cool. What do you mean you surveyed? Well, can you talk about that real quick before we go any deeper?
Yeah, so basically, because my character, my sheriff, was stationed in, this is when we started like actually stationing sheriffs in towns. I desperately wanted to be in Tumbleweed, and I was granted that. So I spent like several like hours basically just scouring through the desert and like looking for places where people could hide, looking for caves, like little areas and stuff that people could like, you know, get up above like the entire, because the thing about the West is that the whole place is pretty fucking open if you're up high.
So
Like, you can,
open.
yeah, you can
Too open.
see, yeah, really fucking far. So Reeves and I both spent like a bunch of time just scouting around the entire place and being like, this is a really good vantage point to like see into XYZ, or where good paths to go, or how to avoid being spotted, or, you know, if you're going through a certain area, like how do you get through there without necessarily being seen. So we spent like a bunch of time together and not together, just going through
On different days, on other days.
Yeah, on other
Okay.
days. Yeah, like days and days doing this, which ended up being like super duper helpful. Reeves was amazing, especially because he did it even more than I did, and like showed me a couple of places. But yeah, so we had like a pretty good understanding of like the areas and where people would go. So a lot of the time we get tips about people being down in the west, and because it's so massive, we just take like a random guess a lot of the time about where people are. And so we kind of, I think we followed like along the track. We went through Armadillo and, you know, past some cliffs, and then we were like, well, let's go up to Fort Mercer, which we did.
At that time, if I remember correctly, a lot of criminals had been using Fort Mercer.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. So there was,
so that was the place that we've been checking a lot.
But you guys came with 6 people. Did you have that scene where like you're in the police station with like the paper and like all the faces of the people and be like, all right, like we're gonna go. Did you guys have like the meeting, or?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember.
No, I'm pretty sure it was one of those things where something had just happened, or there was people who basically we rode into town, and there were a bunch of people being like, hey, they were just in town, they rode out this way. And so we were like,
yeah,
okay.
And why would they do that anyway, dude? Because it's just Jack Kettleman and his goons, right? So
yeah,
we don't need pictures of the other people. It's Jack Kettleman and the goon squad, right?
No, I think we knew.
Goonies.
Right?
No, I think we knew Baz and Riggs were there because a lot of the law really did not like Baz and Riggs at that time. I remember that.
Why?
I have no idea, man.
Oh,
Crazy.
man.
What did I do?
A little bit before that, we also had broken Baz out of Annisburg, so that heightened the stakes like crazy.
That's right. Yeah, I was there
That
for that
heightened
as
the
well.
stakes
That was,
like
that was
crazy.
salty about that one.
That
I wasn't
heightened the
around for this
stakes.
one.
That heightened the stakes like
Goons?
crazy.
Yeah, the goons were there. I remember that.
Yeah, Sins, we're goons, man. And just so you know, Sins, then Orcus just said, no, we knew Baz and Kai were there, so the only goons were actually you, Pip, and Clayton, apparently.
Yeah,
You're the goons.
You were the goons.
Tony Tonto.
We did. I don't know if we knew everyone that was there before we got there, but I think we did know. I think the names that I remember were Baz and Riggs and Kettleman, because Baz had just broken out of custody.
It was a really violent breakout.
Kettleman was considered it's Kettleman's gang. Like, you're considered the leader, whether you are or not. In the eyes of most of the crossing, you were considered the leader. And then Riggs being there with them was a big deal for us, because I think at that time she did like one bank robbery with you guys, but it was kind of like, she wasn't there for a lot of the stuff you were doing. So it was kind of like, fucking Riggs is there. Like, what? She's a part of this now. So I think that's
robbed a bank.
That's what it was.
Really? I don't think she ever robbed a bank with us.
Yeah, she did.
She did. She went to Cisco.
Not with you, though. You went there.
No
Jack.
wonder. That's why she went to Cisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goons.
I didn't know, baby.
And then there were 3 goons.
And then there were 3 goons.
I remember that. So it was kind of like accidental how you guys all came together and headed that way. It was just someone just said, hey, they just passed by.
Yeah.
I think so.
pretty
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
When we were on the fort, I remember because the mood was really like lighthearted. Kind of. And what I mean by that is, I remember Baz and Riggs were off in that corner having that moment. They always have a moment. I think Baz was getting like sentimental, having his moments. So him and Riggs were in the corner. And then Pip and Mills and Clayton are just fucking. I'm like, all right, we got to stay vigilant. Like, we have to be careful.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is my job as the quote unquote leader. I went up on the top of with my gun. And while everybody was conversing, I was standing guard. and I remember scanning the perimeters, and I thought this is a really cool scene. So I hit V.
Oh no!
Go into cinematic view, and I put on some like eerie, fucking beautiful music, desert tunes. For like 15 minutes, I was in that scene.
We're all sneaking up on.
And I was talking, and that was the moment that you guys should have seen. There was a guy.
Good lookout.
You should have seen on the furthermost building. There should have been me standing like by myself with my gun.
So let me get this straight. So our lookout was looking at himself.
Yes.
Yeah. Good job, Jack.
He was looking down at his gun and like, man, I look fucking cool right now.
Good stuff. That's some quality.
Yeah. Mill says it wasn't lighthearted. Yeah, it wasn't lighthearted. That wasn't the right. What I just mean is like I felt like we should have all been over the walls checking because they're gonna be here at any minute. Because the feeling was when we get caught, like there was an unspoken agreement that me, Mills, and Clayton had that when we go down, we're gonna bench our characters at least for a week or two, no matter how it happens.
Yeah.
Just because we felt that the stakes were so high, man.
Mm-hmm.
The bank robberies, the fighting, and then the repeated breakouts.
And
The stakes had gotten so high, especially the Annisburg one.
Yeah, that one was
fucked you guys up on that one bad.
that was
we fucked you guys. And then we got you guys bad on that one.
So what happened in Annisburg was we came across Baz injured inside the telegram office, and we were kind of unsure if it was him or not. And then we saw his face, and we were like, okay, that's Baz. And I was so pissed, OOC, that we weren't like, the law wasn't more. I was like, this is fucking Baz. People are gonna show up. And then I don't remember who was the first one there, but one of the Kettleman goons showed up. It might have been you, actually. It might have been Kettleman himself.
Stop calling them fucking goons, man.
Wait a minute. Before you continue,
names,
ask
goddammit.
Baz why he was there. This Mr. Great Decision Maker. Ask him why he was there.
Why were you there?
Ask him what
At
he was doing
Annisburg?
in damn Annisburg.
Okay, I got attacked by wolves, but hold on.
Well, no, why?
But why were you fighting wolves?
I don't.
Oh, he doesn't remember now. We were in a
Hold on.
crew, like we just had
Peppo.
like 3 days of. You don't understand. Guys kill the sheriff. The stakes are high. We gotta stick together.
I went for a ride,
Braithwaite
man.
is out
I
there.
went for
They
a
just
ride.
went out for a ride. We're
I
like
went to-
six
I went to
people.
go kill Braithwaite, okay?
We just keep talking about how like high the stakes are. We gotta stick together. Right?
Yeah.
And it's raining. All of a sudden, in this intense moment, we look around. Everyone's like, "Where's Baz?
Oh, fuck.
Where's Baz?"
I was in cinematic mode, actually, to be fair.
Baz?
I was cinematic
Baz is
riding and then
Weren't
fucking
you
got attacked
just
by
giving him
wolves.
shit about cinematic?
Yes,
and then we was like, "Where is he? Where is he?"
Cinematic rider, bro.
We waited 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Should we go looking for him? He should be here anyway. Where is he? This
Okay.
motherfucker went off by himself. Highly wanted. Left everybody behind to go to the Braithwaite Manor all by himself.
No, that's
Didn't
not
make
what
it.
was gonna happen.
And all the way he got fucked by
No.
wolves. That's what happened. He got eaten by wolves.
You are such a prick. Okay.
That's what happened.
No, listen here. I was doing a fucking scene for the video, okay? I wasn't even going to Braithwaite. I just wanted to ride towards Braithwaite, and then I was gonna have like a little moment where I was gonna stop halfway and be like, no, I can't do this. I gotta stick with my comrades. But fucking wolves showed up and ruined the whole goddamn thing. Killed
That's
me.
so good.
Then I get dragged to Annisburg, and I'm laying there going, well, you know what? This can't get much fucking worse. This is just embarrassing. And then fucking Orkish walks in going, oh, that's Baz.
By the
Your
way,
eye patch on and everything. Like I
I
was like,
did-
that's fucking bad.
why are the
Everyone
wolves
has an eye patch,
so
bro.
powerful? By the way,
Everyone has
Your
an eye
hat
patch.
was off, wasn't it?
Can I just say, by the way, this guy was so salty that he got killed. That's where the Baz impression started. He started insulting me for no fucking reason. Like it was my fault that the goon squad showed up and saved me.
I'm
He
calling
starts
them
insulting
goons,
me.
man.
He starts going, why didn't Baz just say something? Why didn't the RP that out? It's like, what do you want me to fucking do, man? I just had my throat chewed by wolves.
You're right. No,
I
you're
didn't
right.
know they were showing up.
You're right. No. And when I looked over that scene again, it was nobody's fault. The first shot was taken by a fucking guard.
Okay.
I'm
No,
pretty
you know
sure.
whose fault it was? You know whose fault it was? It was the law's fault.
Yeah.
Because literally the sheriff's office is across the fucking way.
I was
And you left me
livid.
there like Einstein's.
I'll tell you who saved. There was a metagamer in the chat, in my chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now
Oh.
listen
Not
to this.
surprised.
No, but listen to this. When he disappeared, I thought 100% he went to the Braithwaite Manor.
Uh-huh.
So we were gearing up to go there. And then somebody in my chat said, hurry up, your boy's in trouble. He's dying. And I went, why'd you say that? Now I don't want to go to the Braithwaite Manor. Now I don't want to go to the Braithwaite Manor.
Oh yeah.
Because I know he's there. Because I know you say that, I'm going, now we can't go to the Braithwaite Manor. It was gonna, because our plan was I wanted to go to the Braithwaite Manor, knock on the door with our goons and say, where's our boy? We know he's in there. And we were gonna, like, with our guns, make Effie show us every single room.
Yeah.
Until where is he? We know he's here. We go there. And I'm going there, like, we shouldn't do this because someone said in the chat it's gonna look like I'm only going to the Braithwaite Manor because someone told us.
Mm-hmm.
We get there and there's some Braithwaite people. Effie's there and some other guy, Jackson. We say, where's our boy? He's not here. Well, we're gonna look around the property. So we look here, we look there. I wanted to go in the mansion. I was certain they had baz there, but I thought, like, ethically, we can't go in there because it's gonna seem like it was a metagame.
Right.
So we left early, the Braithwaite Manor. So we went to the Braithwaite Manor. We loosely searched the place. He wasn't there. I thought he was in for sure. I thought 100% he's being tortured in the mansion. But we left him because I didn't want a metagame. Because someone said your boy's in trouble while we were in the forest. So we left the Braithwaite Manor early. And as we were leaving, one of our people got a telegram. We got a tip that your boy's in Annisburg.
Yeah. The person treating him, I think, was...
Yes.
That's why we run to
physician.
Annisburg, and there he is on the floor.
Yeah, I had a personal
Annisburg.
physician. She's come to the ranch and help us out. Dr. Breasts, we used to call her.
Dr. Boobs.
And she was there safe. Dude, she even
Had a
uncuffed
name!
me. Dude, I can't remember her name. That's just so
Dr.
how I
Morgan!
It's Dr. Morgan.
That's right.
Schmooze
That's right.
Blazer.
Dr. Morgan.
And
Same thing. Same
Dr.
thing.
Double D Morgan. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. is her name.
she uncuffed me and it was great. It was great.
She uncuffed you?
Oh yeah, she's the one that uncuffed me. Dude, as soon as you guys started fighting, I just turned around like, I'm just gonna go this way. I just started shuffling away. And then she came over and went, let me help you. And she uncuffed me, and that's how I got away.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then
Dr. Morgan's
and then
little
someone sent a
snake.
message saying, did you see Orcus's reaction to the whole thing? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And
I was so
you're
mad.
blaming me. He's blaming me for
I'm
everything.
blaming anyone I could. Right?
He's like, why? He's like, how's he doing anything? He just got attacked by
well,
wolves.
yeah, because
He
I
should've-
thought, okay. I thought
Well, how's
that
he even physical at all?
you didn't do anything. I thought
I'm not the reason why you lost, bro.
I thought that Kettleman was Baz with the hatchet. I thought that was
Oh.
Baz,
Ah.
but it wasn't. It was Jack.
So you're gonna
Was that
apologize to
you
me
at
then?
fist fight? You almost put me down. I had
No,
a
that
sliver of
was
health.
me. That was Carter.
had a
was already down.
sliver
Pip
of health.
fucking
That was
filled
good.
me full of lead and Mills.
Man,
Pip
Pip
Mills.
fucked you guys
fucked
up.
him up. Yeah.
It
yeah.
fucked up like 5 people on that in that
That's the backstory. That's how all the
Yes.
that's how it all got started. That's why Law was so pissed with us. Yeah.
Well, I was pissed. And so
He
we
was.
we go out there and then we have you surrounded and then Kettleman's like, let's talk about this. And as the lawful good people we are, our sheriff decides, well, if we can get out of this without anyone getting hurt, let's talk. And
You
take it
fucking
away,
love
B.
this.
Take it away, sheriff.
Yeah, Sheriff, tell us. Wait,
Before you do, there was that scene where I was on the top, and then as soon as I come out, I see people scurrying. I don't know if you guys are a fan of the movie Scarface. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Bird, I know you love that movie. There's that scene
Yeah.
at the end where
Favorite movie
they're
ever.
being complacent, and he's doing like cocaine, and on the security cameras behind him, you could see people like going over the walls. It was the same scene. You guys were scaling the walls, and then when
Yeah.
we noticed, it was too late,
Yeah.
and I had to like sound the alarms. They're here, they're here, they're here. Thankfully, we were all on one side, and you guys were on one side,
Yeah.
so we got together. So take it. Okay.
Can I just add one side note as well to this is that, and this is pretty significant, okay, that Baz was under the assumption that Dudley had got shot down and killed by the Law maybe 20 minutes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the first conversations I even had was with B, I believe, where I asked her if he's okay, and she fucking lied to me.
No,
We thought he
He's
was
healthy.
okay.
He's
She
fine.
didn't.
Yes,
she
she
did not.
You said
She didn't
okay.
know.
Would you?
Here's
Okay.
the
Would,
thing. All right,
okay.
are we getting into this? Are we getting into
We
it
should
now?
get into it. That's what we're doing
Let's
this
get
for.
in it, baby.
Okay. All right. So when we managed to get the jump on you guys and we were there, I will point out that my character Ismay is the kind of person where it's like she will give you the benefit of the doubt once, but once you break that she will never ever trust you again, ever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so in this case, she was there with all the deputies, and then it was like, we want to have a negotiation. We want to talk about this. And so Esme was like, okay, well, I'm more than willing to hear these guys out. And I remember there was like people who were arguing on the law team being like, don't trust them. Like, we can't do this. Like, we can't listen to a single word they said. They lie. And Esme was like, well, I just want to hear them out. I want to hear what they have to say. If we don't have to spill, yeah.
Well, I was just saying, like, it was, I remember this exactly. It was Charlie and Reeves were like, fuck no, do not trust them. We should just shoot. They wanted to just like fight right then.
Yeah.
I think that Starling was kind of on their side, but wasn't really sure. I was like, shut the fuck up and listen to the sheriff. I remember saying that, like, because everyone was talking all at once. I backed you up. I fucking believed. I believed Kettleman. I knew he was honest, and I thought for sure that he was gonna go with the plan. But go ahead, continue.
Well, here's the thing, was that, you know, Esme has heard like many words from different people and different sources being like, you know, Jack Kettleman is XYZ, but he sticks to his word. He's a person who says what he's going to do and he does it. So Esme was like, he's giving his word. And so she was like, okay, like, if you give me your word, then I will choose to believe you. I will give you the benefit of the doubt this one time. On top of that, Esme had a really motherly, you know, patronly love for Riggs as well. And so she was like, I don't want anything to happen to her either. Like, I don't want to have to shoot somebody who she loves and cares about. I don't want to be, you know, in this position. Like, this sucks. But Esme was like, if we can come out of this entire situation, all of us, in a peaceful way, then that would be great. At the same time, Esme was like, if we do happen to see any of them draw weapons, please defend yourselves. You're completely free to. You know, at that point, if they draw first, then it's open fire. And so we hopped down, we had the negotiations between the two. And OOC was like, I was like, wow, we might actually have, a peaceful resolution. So I was like, oh, okay, like, this seems like it's going well.
We were the only ones that were convinced, I'm pretty sure. I think all four of the other deputies were like, we're about to get fucked. Yeah.
And so then and this is again, OOC Lee, when Jack started making that speech, I have witnessed Renee make many
There's no earthly way of knowing
about things before he does something very terrible and very drastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh fuck, in that moment. And then I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. He's either going to pull out a gun or somebody's going to pull out a gun and start shooting. So I was like, what do I do? So I just kind of stood there and I was like, okay.
Just take a hatchet to the chest.
Yeah, I'll just take a hatchet.
And then I was like, all right, well, my character won't know that this is coming. So I have to sit here and
that
wait.
Sucks.
So can we get a breakdown of like, just the combat, B? Like, break down like your experience.
We could watch a video.
Yeah. My experience was 0.2 seconds.
Beautiful. So what was going through your head as you saw us all pull our weapons out? What did you think?
I laughed. I was like, oh fuck.
I mean, you were down the second it happened, so what else could you do?
Yeah.
Was your screen black and white before you realized?
Very much so. I did, because I was like, all right, here's the thing, was that for Esme, the highest stake in the entire situation was Riggs. Because again, like, she, with Esme's backstory as well, she is like a very motherly person.
Mama Esme.
And Mama Esme. And she really, really cares, especially for female deputies, whether they're ex or not. And so she saw Riggs and was like, I don't want anything to happen to her. I want the situation to be resolved. I want everything to be sorted. So when that happened, I got a very exciting moment for me because I got to emotionally terrorize Kai when Esme was on the ground and just like, I was like, well, look at what you've done. Look at her. Be upset. Be sad.
The go-to card for all the law. Feel bad for what you've done. You've done a bad thing.
By the way,
shot none of y'all.
You know, everyone always focuses on the fight, but I think what made that scene so special was the buildup. It's like for me, it's always about everything is about the buildup. In life, everything's about the buildup. There's always like a goal that you're working for, and anytime you get to the goal, you realize, all right, now what? That wasn't as cool as I thought. It's all about the buildup, and there was. I don't know about you guys, but for us, there was that negotiation lasted for about an hour and a half, I think.
No,
it was a long
45.
The whole time, my hands were shaking, my breath was short, we were sweating. That is what was so special. Not the climax. Once the climax happens, it's over with. It's like, all right, I guess I'll go home now.
Anticipation leading
it's
up
the
to
anticipation. That's what made that scene so special. And anyway, so I just wanted to put that out there, and when we can get into that whole build-up, that was everything to me. That build-up, give me more of those build-ups.
There's a YouTube of all the POVs, right?
Is there?
Is there?
Yeah, someone uploaded on YouTube every POV.
Wow,
give me that?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, let me look for it for you, and I'll send it to you, dude.
All right, cool.
My favorite thing was that I went back and I think I watched Wanted's perspective. And his character got stuck in the rafters.
No.
and they couldn't get him out. So he was lying there. So he had people come.
Unconscious?
Yeah, he was unconscious. His character was not unconscious. But he was like lying in these rafters and you can't get to them. It's like in that hole, like back there somewhere, you can like fall through it, and then underneath there's rafters, and his character fell on top of it and nobody could get to him. And so for like 20 minutes, I was just listening to people like trying to figure out how to get him down.
Yeah, 7 points of view in that video.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. Really
that's a 50. This is a 50-minute video.
That's pretty good. That there's seven people were streaming this. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a massively pivotal moment for so many characters.
I loved watching Dragon Ball Z growing up, and if you remember the speeches that Vegeta would give, that was my favorite part. Give me the speeches. Fuck the fights. The fights happen. We've seen it a million times. There's only one way it can end up. It's the buildup. That's what made this scene so special, was the buildup.
Well, DBZ had like 18 episodes of buildup. Like the characters would face off, and then there'd be like 5 episodes of them talking.
Yes.
And then the fight would happen.
Are you a wrestling fan, by the way, or like Ric Flair, The Rock? Do you guys?
When I was a kid, yeah, The Rock.
Back in the day, the promos, the build-up, that's what was so special about the shit talking. Not the fights themselves. They're just acrobatics. They get over with quick. It's the build-up. All right, go ahead. Just want to put that out there.
Thank you.
Okay, do we set up the scene sufficiently? I don't know. This video is 50 minutes long.
No, just put a clip or two. It's the same shit. It's the same thing from everybody's perspective. What are we doing? We're gonna watch a million. We're gonna watch a scene all day.
You could just skip through and do it. Show what you want to show. I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know.
What happened is when
no
you
one
guys
cares. Just show like the climax. Show the build up, and then just show the climax from everyone's point of view.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. This is Baz's point of view. You guys are talking here.
Yes. You're coming in
It's quiet. This is extremely quiet.
Say you don't want to do that. Say, one of you say that. No, that's no good.
Is that better one back?
Have a little bit of infighting. Say you guys don't want that. Say that.
No.
No what?
I want immunity for someone else. I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want immunity.
I can't hear anything. Oh, I have to
Immunity
unmute
for
you.
Riggs and Mills.
No.
Listen, do you want to live today or do you want to die today? So be it. No immunity.
Right, just agree then. Just agree then, right?
Hey, no immunity. It's bullheaded. When you hear me say bullheaded, okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say
know.
stubborn,
Yeah, right.
whatever.
All right, whatever the fuck.
That was just bullshit, by the way, for us to buy time.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna.
Hey!
We're gonna step down on this ledge.
Hold on. Is Duckley all right?
You notice how all the law are like
You
on the
fucking
edge
lied
of
to
the
me.
building ready to drop down in case
Yeah.
shit goes down?
You're bad. Thank you.
That's right.
Except for B, just standing right in the middle.
Name's Esme. I'm a sheriff. Listen,
Yeah.
all right. I
But
was
one of
very
the fucking lawmen and
trusting.
that said that Duckley was all right in the cell. Is this true or you fucking lying to me?
What I can tell you is that Dudley or Pep or one of them opened fire upon the deputies after we tried to get them to stop. Dudley was shot. I had some medical training. I packed his wounds, and I took him directly to Blackwater. He had some words that he wanted me to pass on to you, if you'd like to hear them. But what I can tell you is that there were 2 doctors in there as well as a medic. I put them in there, and they were tending to him when I left.
What do you say?
He told me to tell you that she was like a father to him.
Live, brother. Live for him.
And that he loved you. And I promised him that I would tell you.
This is get this over with.
She's
We're
talking
gonna-
past tense.
We're gonna come
by the
down
way.
on this ledge.
R.I.P. Dudley, man.
We'll go down first.
Okay. I said it exactly the way that he said it to Esme.
Nobody make any sudden movements.
Nope.
By the way,
Deputies,
if you pause the
put on
video
this
real quick,
list.
there was when you guys were on this whenever the law when the law showed up. Hold on, I'm sorry. When the law showed up, you guys had the better shooters. Charlie will don't shot everybody there in 2 seconds. Wanted Maniac is a cracked shot. So
The
I thought-
Terminator.
the Terminator. So I thought, first of all, the first thing that needs to happen is we need to see all 6 of them. Where are they? So the first goal was to set us up so that we could see each other, and then buy enough time to figure out what's gonna happen, what the stage was. And I thought you guys knew what the result was gonna be, B. And I thought you guys were
No,
just being
I'm very-
generous. And I still think that. I still think you guys were extremely generous here to give us this scene.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, look, I'm big believer in whatever happens, you roll with it regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
Like, bad outcome, good outcome, it doesn't really matter. If it gives you, like, the opportunity to potentially further your story, then who cares, right? And the thing is it's like, that was awesome in the sense that it gave us the ability to say Jack Kettleman's word doesn't mean shit anymore, because he broke it. And so, like, now we can use that. So it's like, if you ever gave us your word again, we can be like, that doesn't mean jack shit
And that led to some really good RP later on too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. That
So it's
I'm-
like,
there was so much intensity here. Like already we were on edge, because knowing that we're gonna bench our 3 of us are gonna be benching our characters after this scene if we end up dying.
Right.
The stakes was so high, man. Breaking Baz out. I don't think people understand how high that weren't the stakes were. There were weeks and weeks and build up to this climax over here with Riggs and Baz, because they were in the corner having like a deep, dark, sad moment. Mills and Clayton are talking about we're going down for murdering the sheriff. And then like all of that is taking place and you guys show up and this happens.
yeah, it was crazy. I mean, like, yeah, the thing leading up to it is it's like, I know that when these things happen, I'm always like sitting there like shaking, because I personally am the kind of person where it's like, I want everybody in this scene to be like super involved. I want them to feel like they have something to lose or to gain. And on top of that, I want everybody who's present in the scene to have a good time. Like, I never want to come away from an RP situation, especially when stakes are as high as this, where they go, oh, like, I'm really upset that it didn't quite go the way I planned, or, you know, X, Y, Z happened, or just like general, maybe like OOC upset over certain scenarios, maybe not planning out the way that they thought that they did. So for me, I also feel like a certain amount of anxiety and pressure in that regard as well in these scenarios. But I absolutely do love the massive amount of like anticipation, the waiting game, the we'll get them next time, we have time, like, and then the building up of the more time that goes by, the higher the fall will be when it eventually happens.
Yeah.
And
there was a moment where the fog rolled in, and we thought about, some of us mentioned, should we just leave? And then remember that, Bass? We're like, should we just leave?
I
And then
remember the fog.
I was
like,
one of those.
No, and Riggs, and I think I even said, all right, let's, because people turn to me and they're like, what do we do, Jack? And I'm thinking, I got everybody's life in my hands. They just like, I got to make sure that they survive. I have to make sure. And I hadn't broken my character's word. I really didn't. I spent time in prison. When we'd rob banks, we say it's us. Never lied about any job or anything ever. Because that's a trump. It's really hard to play that way, not to be a schemer. Because it's really, when you're honest. But if you do that over time and you develop the reputation, and our peers kind of go, okay, this guy's never done that. Like, they respect the fact that you've done that to your character, which you guys did. And they give you that one trump card, and this was the place to use it.
Yeah.
Speaking of anticipation and handshake and all that, can I just say, like, shout out to everyone on our side, because our fingers were hovering over the left click, like we're ready to fucking go, like draw, right? And the worst thing about Peppo and his fucking speeches, especially this one when you're about to hear now, is that he could have said bullheaded like 3 or 4 times. Like, he builds up, and you think he's about to say it, and then he just goes again. And he goes with another line. There was a few times where I was about to fucking draw when I thought he was going to say it, but he didn't.
Everything.
Yes. So shout out to everyone on our side that didn't draw early, because he made it seem like he was going to say it a few times. You'll see when he starts.
I thought I was going to say it a few times. It was
I
just
think you chickened out a couple times, bro.
Brother, it was intense, man. My hands were sweating. My breath was shallow.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about leaving, though, can I say that when that fog rolled in, that thought came into my mind, and I was like, they could leave right now, and it would be so hard for us to catch them. And then I thought, our horses are really fucking far away. They wouldn't have even.
They were miles away.
You guys would have gotten away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
would you have shot us if we left?
well, the thing was it was like.
Can't speak for everyone.
I'm a.
We would have got gunned the fuck down. I'm telling you, we would have got gunned the fuck down, man.
I'm a big believer in, we'll get them next time type thing. Like, allowing criminals and stuff to get away is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's totally fine for that to happen. You don't have to, be in that scenario. You don't have to bring them in right away. It builds more story. So had you managed to run, I probably, and I also am the kind of person where it's like, I don't necessarily want to engage in like shooting combat unless, all sides are ready for it. And on top of that, I don't want the law to have the reputation of shooting first either. My character doesn't want that kind of reputation.
Sorry,
Peppo.
No,
I was
go ahead,
just
going to say, I don't know if we would have got shot down, dude. Baz and Mills are pretty crack shots as well.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, on top of that, I just was like, I don't want to deal with that. So I probably would have just, we might have chased you and seen if we could find you, but
you wouldn't have got us in the fog. We would have just spread out. Would have been
you guys would have.
We might have caught like 1 or 2, but most of you would have gotten away.
What was the vibe with? Was there do these characters, Ismay and Reeves? I think Hughes was there. Charlie, how was your guys' bond tight, or was it like a ragtag group of people that didn't really get along? Like, did you guys have time to synergize together? Because
not like you guys.
Our group at this point, man, it took a long time for all of us to come together organically. Pip and like Mills, Clayton, Baz, Riggs, all of us at this point, we were so synergized. Like, if we ran away, if we got word that one of our boys was down, we would all came back 100%, and that probably would have been our downfall.
I think with law, most law characters, they're lawful good, and they understand they're putting their life. Most of them are lawful good, and they understand that they're putting their life on the line. So like, there is a level of camaraderie that's like, if somebody died, we would feel that. Like maybe not as much as you guys would, because you guys are closer than we are. But we would be affected by that. It's not like we're cold and callous. But I can say from my character's perspective, though, with his backstory, he specifically moved out here so that he wouldn't have connections with the people he worked with. So he was not really close with any of these lawmen.
You know, also the synergy, like, there's moments where like Baz would come to me and he'd say, Jack, like, make the call, we got your back. Whatever you decide, we have your back. And so there was like having Mills there, the coolest, like this guy is so ice cold. You can be in the most intense situation. He doesn't break a sweat. Like he's always, there's like this reassuring presence of having Mills there all the time. So I feel like maybe we had the edge a little bit too in terms of having to jump, but also we had a synergy there where I think people are saying that Mills was the first to pull out his gun. Like as soon as the word was dropped, there was no shot, no chance. And somehow we still managed to lose 3 of our own.
Yeah,
well, I would like to point out that yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Vertz?
Yeah, play the video. Play the video.
All right, let's play the video. Let's play the video.
All right.
That fella's still up there.
Reeves. All right now.
All right.
Now I'm assuming that Clayton and Pip want to come with y'all. They still want to go their way.
They want to be honorable. They don't want to leave the rest of us. They're gonna come in with us.
Okay. I can respect that.
Okay. Your promise. No violence going in?
I'll give you my word. Deputies,
You hold on.
you
You
are
ever,
not to pull out a gun. You are not to hold any kind of weapon to these people. Is that clear?
Can't put the rifle on, they'll see me put it on.
we don't want anybody trying anything crazy.
The way that the laws
I
like
don't want nothing to happen to them.
congregated in that little alleyway was so bad for you guys. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a death alley, bro.
Yeah, and
Death
there was what, like 4 of you guys on that side that you could shoot down that. You had clear line of sight down there too, so.
Yep. And poor
we do
fucking
it.
Charlie, me and Mills, like he's having when he dies, he's having a sip of water, and me and Mills just lighting up. Poor fella.
It's fucked up.
Either.
Before this happens, we know that one of y'all is in the ground now permanently.
That's
We
right.
know he was one of your best. I want you to know that I tried to warn him so many times that he was pushing a little too hard, that he was being real stubborn, and that it was gonna get him hurt. That people out here have pride, and there was no reason to be so bullheaded.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Jack.
Oh!
Oh, I'm lagging. I can't. Fuck off, dude. Fuck you.
I lagged.
But you can't really Okay.
All right,
Stop
all right.
it there, huh? It keeps going.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
All
right, let's hear
Okay.
it.
Listen, we all know that if I wanted to, I didn't have to pull the knife out and chase you. I could have got my fucking gun out, reloaded, and shot you as you're running away like a fucking pansy, okay? Could have done that every day of the week, but I wanted to chase McGregor a little bit, a little fun chase. And the guy saw me lag and instantly did the execution tackle. All right.
You really like the lag
Mate,
experience.
did you not see the video? Did you not see the video evidence? Are you blind?
I would like to point out that you and I have had many fist fights and you use lag every single time.
Listen, I'm not dealing with your bullshit right now with your fucking the way that you fight people, because we know it's complete fucking hacker nonsense. I'm talking about this guy's abuse of internet connection.
Okay,
I got 300 ping, man.
Hold on. Let me show you my point of view. It
I
wasn't
don't care
like
if I was
it
teleporting
easy.
around like Vegeta. I don't
You
care if I
were
was
teleporting
teleporting.
like Vegeta.
Yeah, I might have been, but dude, all you did was press F. That's all you did. You pressed F. You act like you done this amazing thing.
Okay, let me ask you something, Vertz. How did you win most of your melee fights?
Pressing F. I got 350 ping, man. What's your ping? 12? What a joke.
Okay, you're really gonna use the ping excuse?
Yes, I will use every excuse. I lagged. I should have shot him.
I mean,
I should
You
have
should have shot me. I had a
about the
sliver of
same
health.
amount of ping.
Very small amount of health.
I could have shot his little toe and he would have went down.
Yeah.
I was merciful by chasing him, okay?
Well, I was not
Merciful.
merciful. I was not merciful
No,
at all.
I know he wasn't. He saw me teleporting and I can't believe he saw me teleporting. He thought, you know what, I'm gonna tackle and choke this guy. I can't believe it. Didn't you feel a bit bad? Like this guy is obviously lagging. Maybe I shouldn't execute him.
I just saw
then he
you
says, "Fuck
murder
me."
all my friends.
And then he says, fuck me, as he's choking me.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. Play the video, bro.
You also got Mills. You know, you're responsible for Mills going down too.
I did get Mills.
Yeah, you made his horse buck and you shot him. So you took 2 of our out.
Let's watch the law side conversation. I think hopefully we have one here. And then I can show the aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying shit.
Where are we gonna be? Where are you guys gonna take us?
Blackwater.
No, I mean, how are we gonna do this? How is each one of us gonna accompany somebody?
I figure what we'll do is we'll all meet down here on this concrete between us, and we will assign one deputy to one person.
Okay.
They're gonna stop us as soon as we get close to them. It's gonna be a repeat of Annisburg.
That's me. Just be ready. Just be ready.
Oof.
If they try to stop, can't you just fight them off?
Nope.
No.
Not the way they do it.
Maybe we should get our hatchets and or cleavers ready.
I don't have them.
If we have those.
I don't.
All right.
If we grant immunity to the 2 people, do we still get better terms for the rest?
Yes, you're coming in peacefully, and that means a hell of a lot.
No. No.
No. This is what I like to hear.
No.
Yeah, I don't want immunity. Fuck that.
I mean, people raise their mills.
No.
Listen, do you want to live today or do you want to die today?
You just get ready.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, they're getting ready.
No immunity.
The law's exchanging fucking tomahawks?
Oh, there's the rifles coming out and some of them already on their backs. I hope these are quick in the gun.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to point out that I had no idea
All
that was
good.
going on behind me.
Yep, they're lining up shots. Get ready.
We're gonna step down on this ledge.
Wait, B, could you hear us at all talking?
No.
You couldn't hear us? Oh, God. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So you were up there thinking like, all right, this is going to go great. And behind you, your deputies are like, we're fucked. We're all fucked. Okay.
Hold on. He's definitely all right. They're getting in positions. Be ready. Don't you fucking lie to me.
All right.
Douglas, you get in
You're
the
Baz,
duct.
ain't you?
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Baz. Name's Esme. I'm a sheriff.
Yeah. Well, one of the fucking lawmen over there said that Dougley was all right in the cells. It's true, you fucking lying to me.
What I can tell you is that Dougley or Pep or one of them opened fire upon the deputies after we tried to get them to stop. Dougley was shot. I had some medical training. I packed his wounds, and I took him directly to Blackwater. He had some words that he wanted me to pass on to you, if you'd like to hear them. But what I can tell you is that there were 2 doctors in there as well as a medic. I put them in there, and they were tending to him when I left.
What do you say?
He told me to tell you that she was like a father to him.
Oh boy, this is not gonna go well.
And that he loved you.
Every single one of you get ready to jump back and move
I
back.
promised him that I would tell you.
This is get this over with.
McGregor, starting.
Come down on this ledge. We'll go down first.
Okay.
Like this is going.
Nobody make any sudden movements.
Nope. Deputies,
Clayton's
behind me, please.
scared.
Alright.
That fella's still up there.
Reeves. Alright now.
All right.
Now I'm assuming that Clayton and Pip want to come with y'all. They're still wanting to go their way.
They want to be honorable. They don't want to leave the rest of us. They're gonna come in with us.
Okay. I can respect that.
Okay. Your promise. No violence going in.
I give you my word. Deputies,
Hold on.
you are not to pull out a gun. You are not to hold any kind of weapon to these people. Is that clear?
Understood. Yep.
Yes, Sheriff.
We don't want anybody trying anything crazy.
I don't want nothing to happen today. And I don't think you do either.
Before this happens, we know that one of y'all is in the ground now permanently.
That's
We
right.
know he was one of your best. I want you to know that I tried to warn him so many times that he was pushing a little too hard, that he was being real stubborn, and that it was gonna get him hurt. That people out here have pride, and there
I'm
was
like
no
super
reason
fucked.
to be so bullheaded.
Like,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Jack.
Where?
Fuck you!
What are you fucking laughing at?
I
What
feel
the fuck are you laughing at, bro?
the giant sigh I just had. Like I.
There's someone up on the roof over there.
Shot.
sneaky bastard. There goes Mills.
What I can tell you.
Yeah, that was Mills going down. Well, I wish we had the beginning of the law conversation when we were like huddled up, and Esme
Just tell
asked
us about it. Tell us about it. Go in
Okay,
detail.
yeah.
Tell us-
Well, I
fuck
think
the
we
video.
talked about it
We've all seen
before.
it.
Like Esme, she. So when this thing started, like we were all on. 3 of us were on the other side and had like a good angle on you guys, and then Esme called us over, and we were like, "What the fuck? Why is she calling us over we're like giving up our advantage. We go over there and she's like, all right, they want to negotiate. We're going to listen to what they say. They want us all in the same spot. And she asked everyone like what they think. And we talked about this already, but like 3 of the deputies were like, they are going to shoot us. And McGregor was brand new at this time. He was the newest deputy out there. And he was like, I don't know. Listen to the sheriff, I think is what he said. And they had me convinced that we were going to get shot. But there was a window when I decided to jump down where I was like, and because you all had jumped down. And that's when I was like, oh, maybe they are going to turn themselves in. And so I believed you guys from that moment up until in the video I said, I'm so fucked. And then you guys shot us.
Our crew was dead set on violence. I hinted a few times on getting Riggs out of there, maybe even Baz out of there. But Baz, the boys were like, no way. No one's being left behind.
Yeah.
No one's being left behind. So,
man.
Has there been a law versus outlaw shootout like this since?
McGregor hasn't even been in... I mean, he's been in a couple small firefights, but not like this. He hasn't been shot since this.
Oh, don't worry, I'll hook you up. It's all good. I will get my revenge, bro.
Well, I mean, you kidnapped him.
Oh, come on, that was a holiday, man. I was giving you time off. that was a great experience.
That was actually a really fun scene, and I loved it.
There's one of my favorite books written by Dumas. It's part of the Three Musketeers series, and there's a few scenes in there, once or twice, where the main character D'Artagnan finds himself in a situation, and he's got a buddy with him who's super strong, Porthos, and this guy is such a brute that they can like strong arm their way through many situations. And there's a few scenes where his friend tells him like, for this situation, it's not force that we need. We're not going to win that. We have to win by cunning. And there's a scene where another character, Porthos, the tough guy, says, war is won as much by force as by cunning. And that's a few lines that I use. And that's how I was thinking about these situations. We have to outmaneuver them mentally, because otherwise we're going down. You guys, whenever you came in there, we were so scattered. You had several great shots. I'm a terrible shot. Baz is a great shot, but he deals with lag. I mean, as much as we joke about it, the guy has 300 ping. He's going to be at a disadvantage. But we have Clayton is really good. Pip is really good. And Mills is incredible. Riggs is good too, I hear. But they gunned down Riggs, and Mills fucked Clayton up. By the way, they killed him.
I want to know, and she knows it's coming, why are you rolling your eyes about the lag? You have the same shit. You deal with the same crap.
Because she kicks our ass in fist fights with the same lag.
Because, dude, do I have to talk about the fucking fist fights again? We did this last time. The fist fight lag bullshit. Wait, okay, put her in a gunfight and see how she fucking goes.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Okay,
fair,
gunfight and fist fight are two different things.
I was in a gunfight and I was the last person standing twice.
I'm sorry, Miss Hatchet. What is that?
She's literally sipping right now.
She's sipping. I don't remember. What gunfight are you talking about?
There was one with the Gavin Summers gang, which was out near some train tracks just outside of Saint-Denis.
I'm not saying it's impossible to win a gunfight. I've won my gunfights in the fucking game. I'm not saying that, but I was fucking lagging, man. How, like, why can't you guys just, like, Peppo's giving me my props.
I might point out that you and I are on the same ping, so technically.
No, we're not. New Zealand's got better internet than us.
No, every time I join a game with any of my friends, I'm at like 290.
You want an internet speed test right now?
Yeah, you want to fucking go?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see the speed test. Let's go.
Internet speed? Fuck you.
I need
actually, it doesn't count because I've actually upgraded my internet since this happened. But
fuck off.
Oh, okay.
Can you
show us some receipts or
give me the result? Give me the result.
I'm doing it right now.
I did upgrade though. That's a fact.
You can select the server you're pinging off of to like New York or something. Or
Be
Chicago.
careful. I did a speed test on the internet once. Someone saw my IP and it fucked me over.
Yeah, don't show it.
Don't if
show
you're
it.
screenshotting it, make sure the IP's
Just tell
not
me
in
tell
there.
us the number.
That's fine. Yeah,
Give me
we'll
the
trust each
megabits.
other. We'll trust each other.
Yeah, the megabits.
All right.
What are you sipping on,
Currently-
B? What are you sipping on?
Apple juice.
Oh, okay. Really?
Apple juice?
I was thinking about
She's
pouring
like she's
myself a
fucking
beverage.
Bond
I'll be
villain. She's drinking apple juice.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself a beverage. I'll be right back.
We
What's wrong
usually
with
sip
drinking
on
apple juice?
alcohol.
Apple juice is good.
I'll be right
But-
back.
Yeah, normally
I'll be right
by
back.
the end of the podcast, I'm absolutely fucking legless.
But
Be right back.
he has to get up early tomorrow, so
Yeah, I have
right?
to get up early tomorrow, so I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go help my dad with some stuff. Okay, so my download speed is 33.2.
33.2 what?
Megabits.
Megabytes. And my upload is 59.8.
Okay.
That upload
Back
is
when-
sick.
Back when this happened, I would have had about 20 down and about 50 up.
Pay like $5 a month for your internet?
No, we pay like $100.
Jesus.
But my internet now, however, I got 733 down.
Nice. What's your upload?
Right now, just test it's 39, but that it's 50, but it like fluctuates.
Right.
But I mean, upload's more important for me anyway for streaming and stuff. Back like a few years ago, I couldn't even stream; it was ridiculous. But you know, point being, you can win gunfights. Okay, you can do stuff in the game. It's like I'm lagging, but there are instances where I will glitch around. I was just very unlucky. Most of the time, it doesn't happen during a fight. Usually, just happens when I'm riding somewhere, or maybe I'm getting on a horse and I'll glitch on the fucking horse. Shit like that. Very rarely does it happen during a fight. I got unlucky that it happened in just the.
Do you think it would have made a difference though? Because I was spamming F and you were spamming left click.
Maybe not.
So...
Maybe not. But I've learned a lesson since then. Next time, forget about the cinematic bullshit of running you down and getting you. Just shoot the guy. Just shoot. The only reason why I was chasing because I thought it was cooler to chase you. That's the only reason.
Well, your gun was unloaded. You'd have had to reload.
But I literally put my gun away as soon as I shot Charlie. If I had just reloaded while I was chasing you, I could have caught you easy. But I didn't pull my knife out and ran.
You just needed one shot too, because somebody else shot me while I was running. I don't know who, but
yeah, I don't know who that was. And then Kai shot Clayton and Mill shot Clayton. It was a whole thing.
Let's
cheers, by the way, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for having us on. Really
beer.
appreciate it.
Cheers to you.
Got some whiskey here.
All right.
I'm drinking water.
I would be drinking alcohol if I didn't have to get up early.
Did you really? Oh, never mind. That's off topic. But
did I really get drunk the other day? Yes.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah. I got a video on. Yeah.
He got drunk
Wait, was
to
this for your
raise
charity
money.
thing?
Yeah, for Smokey's PC, which, by the way, I've
Oh
seen the
my God.
specs, and it's gonna be insane.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, Smokey doesn't have a good computer. He's always crashing and shit, and he can't stream. So I thought we'll raise money for him, and I said I'll drink if we raise the money. And I did. I got fucking drunk. I started singing. We built this thing on rock and roll, and I was singing. You were in the chat.
Me?
Remember I was singing, and I was singing. Make my
you
dreams
were.
come true. I was fucked.
Yeah, you were.
I
And then
was
I sent a message and I was like, "How are you feeling?" And you were like, "I'm not drunk." And I was like, "Okay."
I said something to you. I don't remember what I said.
You said, "Hey, we're at 69%. Hey B, do you want to explain why that number is a good number?" That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, sounds better. And then she's like, "Why are you pointing me?" I'm like, "You know."
And I was like,
you know.
I was like, why am I being called out in your chat?
I don't know, because I think you're the only
people who were
confirmed
there?
female in my chat at that point in time. The rest of them are guys, you know.
So,
That,
it had to be a fucking female. They had to come in.
Yes,
I'm
I don't
so
know
glad
why, okay? I
that
don't know
met
that's how
the
my brain
criteria
works.
of having a vagina. God bless.
yes, well, women know more about it. I don't fucking know. Okay, I'd rather hear a female's okay, listen, I'd rather hear a female explain it than another dude explain it to me, okay?
What are we explaining? What are we
Don't worry
explaining?
about
69 Peppo.
What are we explaining?
69 Peppo.
What's that?
You see?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to
I'm gonna
interrupt.
kill Peppo and I'm gonna kill Vertz. I'm killing the both of them.
Team Outlaw, man.
survived.
Wait a minute. Is B getting flustered about 69? The only thing-
Yeah, this is why I
Her
asked
of all
her.
people.
Oh,
Her of all people. Her of all people. Okay. Talking about freezing ovaries at a damn funeral. Donating ovaries at a funeral.
Wait, which funeral?
Your funeral.
That's what she was doing at my funeral?
We were reading the will that she's over there talking about donating her ovaries, freezing them. I don't know what she's doing about her ovaries.
Listen, B, I'm gonna tell you, you
brother.
gotta stop talking about ovaries and eggs, okay? You gotta stop. You gotta stop. It's enough's enough,
so
all right?
mad right now.
Enough's enough. I mean, honestly, at my funeral,
She's walking away.
There she goes.
No time.
Can I just propose something? We need to do like a big event, like a battle royale game or something, where it's outlaws versus law.
Ooh.
In a different game.
What
and we can raise money for something.
Think? Like an actual battle royale game, or?
I don't know, something where you can get a bunch of people on the same server, and we'll do outlaws versus law in some big battle royale fucking team game, and raise money for something. I think it'd be cool.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, totally.
Who's gonna be on our squad? We gotta have
me,
Peppo and
you,
Mills.
Casins. That's
Tony
about
Tone.
it.
That's
We'll
about
take the rest on.
your goons, man.
Tony
Get your
Tone.
goons.
We'll
Let's go.
just get the goon squad together. We'll be right. Get Pip there. Be great.
Pip the Thumb is the biggest goon of all.
Pip was the one that laid everybody out in Annisburg, and he's the one that laid 3 people out in.
You're right.
Yeah, you know, whenever you drink and it goes down the wrong tube.
He missed like 7 shots on me in this fight. Him and Clayton.
He
They're good shots.
he actually shot Jack.
He shot me in the head.
He's like,
I
I'm
hear him
so
go,
sorry,
oh my
Jack.
god, Jack, I'm so sorry in the middle of that gunfight.
Oh, she's back. He said it so calmly too, like brutal massacre. He's like, oh, so sorry, Jack. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Hey.
Sorry.
I gotta show just this part, like just this first sequence when they're shooting at me.
Bullheaded.
Esme's down immediately. That's a missed shot. That's a missed shot. There's 2 more missed shots. Jack is 1.5 feet away from me with his knife out. Watch what happens next. McGregor dead? Nope, he's still chasing me. Right behind me. He stops. He stops.
Should have shot you.
And he kills Reeves instead of me. He should have shot me.
He was hiding around. Yeah.
What's I want to see. Hold on, I want to see Mills' perspective actually. I want to see him. I want to see him shoot Clayton.
Yeah, he just lights Clayton up, bro.
He was pushing a little too hard.
Here it comes, guys.
That he was being real stubborn.
Here it comes.
And that it was gonna get him hurt. That people out here have pride. And there was no reason to be so bullheaded.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Jack.
Watch this. Watch what. Look what Mills about to do right here.
Was that them? Was that ours?
There goes Tony Tone.
Shoot, what of ours?
There's 3 down.
You know what's amazing? One person doing that to Clayton. All right, mistakes happen. But 2 of our people were shooting the poor guy.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
How did they think it was even possible to have Law run all the way over to that corner? I got no idea.
That's Riggs.
What is he doing? He's picking up. Who's he picking up? Come on, Mills.
They should have permitted to that.
Who's that?
Whoa.
Who's that?
That was Clayton.
Clayton's down. Put him on my horse. Put him on my horse.
I can't. It won't let me.
Don't lower your guard. Don't lower your guard. Don't lower your guard. There you go.
Where's Bass?
I don't know. Bass. There's someone up on the roof over there.
Fuck. I fuck.
Okay. The horse gave me an assist on that one.
Yeah, yes. It's kind of like both your kills were kind of, you know, scuffed a little bit. You know, that's all
Did you get a kill?
Yeah, I killed Charlie.
Okay. Because it looked like Mills unloaded 6 shots in the Charlie.
No. Dude, watch my point of view. I fucking killed him, bro. Why you besmirching me on your show, man?
I'm
you bring
kidding,
me on
man.
here.
I'm joking with you, all right? I mean, wait. No, I don't have to defend myself. You were just besmirching me on my show.
Yes, I'm the guest. Guest privilege.
Shit, you're right. Okay. Is there anything else I could get you?
Fuck that. Don't bend over for him.
Hey.
He's a fucking
Get him,
gremlin.
B.
Don't bend over
I'm
for
not a
him.
gremlin. Why do you keep telling people I'm a fucking gremlin? I swear to God, I don't even know what that even means.
You should probably read a dictionary. Or
I don't think gremlin's in the dictionary. It's a fucking make-believe species from a movie, isn't it? Is it? Is it an actual word? Gremlin?
I don't know.
Is a mogwai also in the dictionary? Is that in the dictionary
what?
too?
Do you say muggle?
It's a car?
Tell me, is it in the dictionary? Why are you looking at me? Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
An imaginary mischievous spirits regarded as responsible for unexplained problem or fault, especially a mechanical or electronic one. An unexplained problem or fault.
So I want to know what makes me
Noun.
a gremlin. What a technology?
Well, you're an unexplained problem.
That's right.
Obviously.
I refute it. I refute it.
Okay. All right.
What was the aftermath like after for the law? What was the very next meeting that the law had when you guys congregated? What was the discussion like after this scene?
Well, there was not much being said.
Not by you, because she
I
almost
want to know,
died.
like, were people like glaring at us? Did you catch a lot of flack for that? Did your
was almost
squad
dead.
kind of hang you up to dry for that? Did they say, you're the one who, it's your fault, you should resign if you have anything? Did you go through all of that?
No, weirdly enough.
But she
I
was
didn't
almost
find-
dead. She almost died. She had the plate put in her chest.
Yeah, I was this close to permering. I was so close.
She got it the worst out of everybody there.
Yeah.
Injury wise, or I'm talking like I want to know what like the discussion was like the next meeting where everybody comes in, because I know if I was there, I would say, you don't have what it takes to be like, you misjudged that. I said this, I said that, and then or the way maybe McGregor. Did you go at her like?
No, not at all. McGregor would never do that. He blamed you guys. He was like, I thought that Jack's word was enough to keep us safe there, but now we know to never trust him again. And he had that same conversation with like 5 different law, like one-on-one
There were
conversation.
people who went up to Esme and were like, "Are you okay?" Esme, when she was up on her feet, was more concerned about all the other deputies and shit than anything else. But no, something that happens is those kinds of situations a lot of the time don't necessarily get discussed. A lot of the time after it happens, people are like, that sucks, we'll get them next time. It's that kind of mentality.
And I think part of that is OOC, right, B, wouldn't you say? Because like we don't want to shit on someone's in-character decisions when our whole purpose on the server as law is to promote RP. So
that's a great story, though.
Yeah,
that happens. Like, you don't have what it takes. You almost got us all.
Because I shit on everyone, man.
We do that all the time. Like I was.
No, you have to. No, you have to.
Your stupid decision
Drama,
making.
man.
You're gonna get us all killed. That day when he went off to Annisburg, we chewed his ass out. And whenever I would fuck up Baz, which that's one of the reasons I loved RPing with Vert, is a lot of people would tiptoe around Jack, and Baz would come at me, and it was always refreshing. Like one of my partners would say, "No, you're wrong." Like there was certain moments where we almost came to blows. Like I love those juicy moments.
We did come to
fighting.
Yeah, some of the best RP that we
that.
had together, like me and Jack had together, was when Baz had the knee problem, and Jack was very critical of like, Baz, you can't do this anymore. And like he was pissed off at Baz for not being able to do anything anymore. And Jack beat the shit out of Baz one time in the fucking house, and I just stood there and took it because it made sense. But some of the conflict RP, I think, is amazing. You guys skip over that, do you? I didn't even fucking know that.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Sometimes. I bet that a couple deputies maybe said something quietly, but I think that if she didn't get so hurt, I do think that there would have been
some
flack gotten from some deputies. But I think most of the sheriffs would have been cool with it because her intent was to try to get everybody out of there alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think that it wasn't like it was a call, and it could have gone either way. It wasn't like she fucked up, like she missed something, or she like there was no way for her to know, you know.
And this was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vert.
Oh no, you go ahead, dude. I'll wait.
No, I was gonna say this is before. Like recently, I heard there's been a lot of influx in new law. This was probably was way before that, right? There was like a small group. You guys, if there was any infighting, the ship would sink and never come back up. Back then,
part of it too, I'm sure. Like, there are some rules for law. Like, I don't think it's anything about infighting, but they do encourage us to like try not to focus on that too much, because if we can't provide the service to the server, then the server health will suffer, like OOC. Which is, you know, that's just how it is. But there's a lot more deputies now.
I was going to ask B a question.
Here we go.
No, this is good. This is good. No, this is serious. This is serious. Knowing what happened and how it all went down, how would you handle it as Esme now, knowing how it went down? Like, what would you have done differently to avoid that situation? I'm just curious.
Okay, so are you asking as a
so so if you could go back right now and you know exactly what was going to happen, like how would you try to get in a situation where no one gets shot in that situation? Like, I'm kind of like picking your brain a little bit.
Shit, I mean, I don't know. The thing is I'm not much of a planner, if that makes sense. Like, even when I like make my characters, a lot of the time I have like the most bare skeleton concept for a character, and then
I'm the same.
Yeah, and then whatever happens and is completely influenced by the people around me or the situations or things going on. So with this situation, I genuinely don't know what I would do differently. I think it would depend on my mindset and stuff. And I think the thing is it's like, I don't necessarily want to avoid this kind of thing, you know? Like, my character would, but I don't. Where it's like, I really do enjoy having conflict RP and that kind of stuff. Like, it makes me anxious, but I think that a lot of the time it's something that when it happens, I'm like, oh, actually, that was really good. Like, that provided a lot of stuff. And so I don't think I would try to avoid it, personally. I think, I think it's just because I don't necessarily want to make a character that only ever does story or things that benefit them.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't necessarily provide good, ethics or make people want to role play with you, if it's all very like you-centric based RP where it's like, well, I want it to go this way. So like I really enjoyed that entire scene. I was very like, what the fuck when it happened, because I was like, oh, well, it happened, and now I'm on the ground. But, again, it's one of those things where I try not to take RP too seriously. I don't know.
I'm glad you say that. It was a beautiful scene. It's one of the best scenes I've ever been a part of. It's hands down my best scene, or that I was a part of.
I remember saying,
the whole time I was convinced that you guys knew what was happening, and still I do, even though you say that you knew what was gonna happen, and you guys you're just so generous in that situation.
Yeah,
because everybody just wants to see the shootout. Fuck the shootout, man. It's like, fuck the shootout. The shootout lasts 2 seconds. Fuck the shootouts. They last literally 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
There are some really great shootouts that I've been a part of, though.
It was the fucking buildup that matters.
Oh yeah. But there are some great shootouts from my own personal experience where it's like, nobody's really aiming to hit anyone. Like, nobody is going for headshots or anything. People are just wanting the shootout to go for a really long time. Like, I remember one...
Debatable.
I had one forever and ever ago where there were people.
Who are these
having a
people that
shootout
are
in
missing
the
on
mountains.
purpose? I'll tell you 2 of them that I know. I've seen video evidence of Kano missing on purpose with a cleaver.
Yeah.
And I've seen and Clayton. I know because I've been in many wars with Clayton, and this guy is the best guy to RP with, the worst guy to ever get out of a battle with, because he will whiff all his shots on purpose and always die every time. Other than Clayton and Kano, who the fuck is missing on purpose, man? Show me, because I've been dome shotted so many times. I don't even get who's missing on purpose. Goddamn,
PvP is, man.
Kano misses on purpose, and Clayton, nobody else.
I have definitely missed many shots on purpose.
On a different character, I missed on purpose, but not on McGregor. No.
Yeah, I purposely didn't kill McGregor.
I purposely decided to chase him with a knife and lag.
Yeah, purposely missed him. I was just trying to extend the combat. That's all.
The scene was so sick. There's something that Vert you talk about a lot. OOC is that making a scene means something later on, because sometimes we RP and we have a scene and we just kind of forget about it and we jump to the next one without having it have some effect. And this one was very important because it galvanized our whole crew in a way that was so powerful.
Galvanized the lore too, bro.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
how
it people were pissed. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, we were all injured. A couple, I think 2 or 3 of us were seriously injured, like almost died. So there was like, we got to get these guys, kind of several scenes that were like, we have to get, like, for the safety of the crossing, we have to get these guys. And we also said, fuck them, we're not giving them any chances. Like, there's going to be no negotiation. There's going to be like, either you come in, and we're not even going to give them time to think about it. Either you come in, or ropes or guns are just going to come out. And so, I mean, there was a lot of RP there. And like, I think that are the scenes that we had after that. And also, I would go up to people who knew Jack and be like, you shouldn't be spending time with him, and this is why. You're not.
We had after this. The scenes we had after was gold. The breaking the word thing.
Yeah. I was not sure if me and that new deputy were gonna get attacked or robbed in the speakeasy and thieves. I wasn't sure, but I was like,
that was sick that you guys came, because sometimes you want to build rapport with a law as an outlaw, but you just can't, unless because the law has to follow rules.
Yeah.
As a part of their job.
Right.
But sometimes it's nice where you can like take off your badge, say, all right, we're in Thieves Landing. This criminal territory. I'm still a human being, even though I'm wearing a badge. When I take off the badge and you came downstairs, you had a drink, we shared that moment. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful because a few days after that, I made a promise to this character, Lucille, that I'm sure you're familiar with, Lucille Davis, that I wouldn't do crime. And I started doing crime. And I remember pausing, going up on the rocks and reflecting on Orkish's words that once you break your word once, you remember what you said? You told me that you'll find it easier. You'll find it easier and easier. You had a good reason on Bullheaded, but you said the next time you won't need as good of a reason, and the next time you won't need as good of a reason, and the next time you won't need as good of a reason. That was powerful, and that was powerful. That was a beautiful scene we had, and it continues to affect my character.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually happened, though. That you actually did break your word again to somebody.
Promised to Lucille that I wouldn't do any crime.
Yeah.
Mills got shot in the head point blank, and I was ready to bust him out of prison, or him or Pip. And I broke my word again to Lucille, and I went on the.
Don't worry, Lucille's being looked after, mate. Don't worry.
Was reflecting on McGregor's words. So.
You'll look after him in purgatory.
You looked after, motherfucker.
Hey, the wallaby kid, mate. I'm just saying. Finally.
Is he talking about the wobbly guy? The wobbly guy.
Okay, can we stop pulling fucking faces? Why is she always pulling faces at me when I fucking speak? God damn
it. Thing to do.
I don't want to bring it out.
Listen, all right. We just it's this thing that you and I have where we just attack each other because you know.
Because you're New Zealander, you just can't help yourself. You're
Yeah,
just
well,
so
you're
smug
Australian.
and just
superior. Yeah.
Whatever.
Do you know why birds fly upside down in New Zealand?
You've already made this joke.
Tell us, please.
Do they really?
Because
Yes.
New Zealanders aren't worth shitting on.
Where's the better rugby team? That's what I want to know.
Who cares about rugby, man?
Oh, it's
Rugby
not a
league where it's
Probably
at.
the all in
Not a
black
Rugby
strip.
league where it's at, dude. Rugby union sucks.
Anyway.
Whoa, DRVR
Driver.
just said something awful in chat. We may have to purge that.
Driver.
Oh my
Driver?
fucking god.
Isn't New Zealand a part of Australia? Is it?
I'm leaving.
Don't leave.
I'm leaving. This was so nice.
Hey, look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. They made Lord of the Rings there. They made.
Gone. Okay.
Listen, listen. You know why they made the Rings movie there, right? Because there's nothing there. It's just fucking mountains and it's mountains and trees. There's nothing.
Excuse me, are you seriously? Hold
Like
on.
you go to
I'm
Egypt.
going back.
You
Are you
go to Egypt.
seriously bashing New Zealand for
Hold
having
on.
nothing when
Hold
a
on.
vast majority of your fucking country
Is
is
a desert?
practically fucking dry
Hold on.
desert with
Hold on.
venomous
Unlivable.
creatures everywhere?
Okay, first of all,
Is that the
you
point, brother?
kidding
Lord of the
me?
Rings
Listen.
is beautiful. I hate the movies, but the scenery is
listen.
to die for.
In
go to
which country,
Australia-
Vertz, do dingoes eat babies?
Mate, don't worry about the fucking dingoes. Okay, what the fuck? At least you. Okay. You're very smart with your dingo quote. Now give me a New Zealand quote. Give me something.
The
Yeah,
white
exactly.
hand of Saruman. I don't know. Something from Lord of the Rings.
Okay, listen. You go to Egypt, you see the pyramids. You go to Rome, you see the Colosseum. You come to Sydney, you see the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. You go to you go to Paris. You go to Paris to see the fucking the fucking tall thing. You go to New Zealand. Look at that tree over in that mountain. Oh, it's a mountain.
You go to New Zealand, you see the entire fucking country.
Because there's a
Not
mountain.
just
and
one
a river.
fucking building.
There's
Are
a
you
river.
kidding me?
Oh god damn, the river.
All right, let me ask you a question, B. Does New Zealand have
I'm gonna
spiders?
stab.
that
I'm
will-
gonna
does-
stab
does-
Vertz. I'm gonna
There's
kill
rolling.
him.
There's rolling hills. There's hills.
I'm gonna kill this man.
Is there are there killer spiders? Spiders that will kill you when you sleep in New Zealand?
Mate, they didn't. Mate, they didn't even build anything.
I gotta
over
go with New Zealand on this one, brother.
Mate, they got
There's
nothing
a-
over there.
Snake.
You went to houses and trees
I've
there. Yeah,
seen
New Zealand's
videos
good for
of
you.
people pointing the camera at the toilet and a snake coming out of it in Australia.
Dude, that doesn't happen.
I'm just saying.
It might happen once in your life, okay? Maybe.
Has that happened
I
to
don't
you?
want it to happen.
No.
Zero.
No.
Zero
never
times
happened.
in my life. Please.
It's never happened to me, okay?
But it will.
It's never
though.
happened to me.
You've got a ways to go before you're dead. So I mean, it's gonna happen.
Now, listen, B, all seriousness, New Zealand's, it's not too bad, okay? There's just nothing there.
Rebuttal?
All right.
Tell me what's over there. What's the tourist attraction? And don't tell me the fucking hills, okay? Give me something.
There are so many fucking tourist attractions.
Tell me.
Name
Name 'em.
This is
Name 'em.
entirely
The
different
Lord of the
conversation.
Rings tour.
We are not having this on the podcast. I'm gonna get.
When was the last time? Did you have you ever visited the Opera House?
Of course, I took Sarah there. Listen, we got kangaroos. They got like this fucking kiwi little fucking dinky little animal. And it's like, it's just like Australia, just not as cool.
I always thought the Opera House looked like a rack where like you put the dishes to dry. Anybody else get that from the Opera House?
A little bit.
You know the kitchen whenever you wash your dishes and then you put it in the rack to dry and it's like the plates are slanted. That's what I always thut the Opera House looked like. Slanted drying
slanted
dishes.
plates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
We got the what's it called? The Great Barrier Reef.
Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah. No.
Wait, you have an Australian in chat who's on B's side on this.
Well, she doesn't know what who?
Sneaks.
Sneaky.
Sneaky's Australian.
Hey, Sneaky.
Jerry.
Listen, point is, she said we got so many tourist attractions. She hasn't named one yet. What's she gonna tell me? Bungee jumping. Oh
my god. Okay.
Tell me.
Pretty much. Okay. There. Fucking hell. You've got the Cape Reinga, the Marlborough Sounds.
Wait. The what?
Marlborough Sounds.
No, the first one.
Cape Reinga.
What's that?
It's at the top of the fucking country. It's literally the very top of the country, and it's beautiful countryside. It's gorgeous.
I'm talking about views. I'm talking about views. I'm talking about not talking about views. I said anything but mountains. Tell me a tourist attraction.
The fucking Hobbiton. Hello.
The Hobbiton.
Hobbiton. That's fun.
Yes, you can go to Hobbiton. That's like a massive thing here.
You mean the Shire? You can go to the Shire?
Yes,
go
you
to
can
the
go
Shire.
to the fucking Shire.
I live in the Shire. How does that make you feel?
What?
Yeah,
You
that's
live in
right.
New
Where I
Zealand?
live, it's called the Shire. Yeah, I live in the Shire. You got the fake Shire. I got the real deal over here. Listen,
This has been
I
derailed.
feel like I honestly feel
Hobbiton?
as
That's your
though-
tourist attraction, Hobbiton? Do you even hear yourself?
Vertz has come into my life to just ruin it. He
Well,
has.
listen, it's not hard because you're
he is
literally
like-
Hobbiton is your
he
number
is
one
like
pick.
The brother that I didn't want.
Uh-huh.
That is
Hmm.
that is Vertz. I know. I'm so mad.
She's actually mad, I think. Can't talk.
I'm mad. I'm mad as hell. I'm so mad. I'm smiling, but I'm mad.
Okay, where are you from?
I live in Washington State.
Oh, West Coast, baby.
Yeah.
West
Best
Coast.
Coast. Best Coast.
Best
Easy.
Coast.
Easy.
Yeah. Hey, let's
beautiful
agree
here.
on one thing. At least it's not America, right? Right, B? Huh?
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get shot or nothing.
All right, man.
We
Don't
good.
even get us started.
I'm
man.
not in high school anymore.
Don't even get us started.
Oh.
Don't even get us started, man.
I would like to point out that there are things about America that do fucking scare me like a hell of a lot.
Me
Like the
too.
fact that
700.
I do.
No, I don't even want to.
Me too.
I
With this
don't-
huge smile on his
Sorry.
face.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We're not
I
getting
really
into
want to
it.
go, but at the same time, I'm so scared.
You are coming. I thought you were going for TwitchCon.
I am absolutely. I'm coming for TwitchCon, but I also am very.
So
scared.
am I.
Where is
Maybe.
TwitchCon anyway?
Oh fuck yeah!
It's in
Maybe.
San Francisco, I think. Or
Ooh,
Yeah.
San Francisco?
West Coast.
No, it's
Is it San Diego?
San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, San
Yeah.
Diego.
We got hot dogs here. You guys got hot dogs in New Zealand?
They don't.
No,
think so.
no, I've never heard
Not
that.
like-
I don't know what that is.
No, so Tank Girl tells me all the time, like the hot dogs in Australia suck. So
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hamburgers? You guys
your
got hamburgers
country's-
over there?
Dude, but they call. Listen, B. They call like. You know how you got a chicken burger, B?
Yeah.
They call it a sandwich over there. That's a
Yeah,
sandwich.
chicken sandwich.
That's a chicken sandwich.
Love me
You
a
get-
chicken
you got-
sandwich,
you
man.
got the two buns, right? With the chicken in it and the lettuce, tomato. That's a sandwich to them. Insanity.
That is weird.
I know.
Listen,
they're
if you have
fucking weird.
meat,
You know what?
if
You
you have
will agree with me
ingredients,
on Vertz. Okay,
it's
hold
like
on. You know what
bread,
you will
that's
agree with
sandwich.
me on? Do you know what's really weird that I found out that they do? So
What?
they pledge allegiance every
Yeah.
morning to their flag.
At high
It's-
school.
in
pledge
school.
allegiance, baby.
Who
Yeah.
does that?
America. Every
Yes,
single.
They literally sit there and they're
Yeah.
like, "I pledge allegiance
Every
to
day
my
at school.
country." Every morning.
Under God.
We used to do it. I don't know if they do it anymore.
Well, we used to sing the anthem at school.
I pledge
before
allegiance
school.
to the
That's
flag
it, like
of the
school
United
sports
States of
and shit.
America.
They
And to
literally
the
sit
republic
there and they
for
pledge
which
their
it stands,
lives to a
one
flag.
nation,
You pledge allegiance to the United
under
States. of
God,
America.
indivisible,
With
motherfuckers.
liberty and justice for all.
Yes.
Sarah
There you go.
still does it. Sarah gets out of bed in the morning. She gets
No,
up and she
she
starts
does
pledging,
not.
pledging like right away. But she pledges to me, which is weird.
America. All right, and then we go and
I
we
don't even
get
know what
our
I'm saying. Someone's gonna stop me, man. Just get rid of me. Get rid of me.
after we pledge allegiance, we go and we drink a milkshake, eat a hamburger wrapped in a
I
pizza.
do that every morning. The
And then we
milkshake.
get our AR-15s and we fire guns into the air.
I love
America.
me a good milkshake, man. Raw eggs,
Okay,
raspberries,
I will point
milk,
out that
banana.
milkshakes are fucking bomb.
True.
Actually, one of the best milkshakes I ever had in my entire life was in Hawaii. It was fucking amazing, and I've never found anything as good since, which has been desperately sad. Do you guys have? Wait. You know what a thick shake is, right, Vertz?
I just stop.
You know what that is, though, don't you?
No, of course I fucking know. Why
I don't
would you
know.
ask
What the
me?
fuck is a
Well,
thick
tell us.
shake?
They don't know what a thick shake is.
What is that?
Just yeah, but they also think.
I tell you, okay, it's just gonna be
don't
something
even
we
bother.
got
what
that
the
they
fuck a thick
rebranded,
shake
brother.
is.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be something we got that they
We probably
rebranded. Go
invented it,
ahead.
and they're like,
Yeah.
we call this a thick shake.
Mate, just if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be mowing your fucking lawns, okay? You'd be getting sheep to fucking eat your lawn and your cows and shit. Dude, we
I had
invented the
some lamb
lawnmower,
chops in New
motherfucker,
Zealand,
okay?
by the way.
You
I had
invented
lamb
the
chops.
lawnmower?
That's right. The barbecue. You might have heard of it. Yeah, prick.
Oh my god.
You invented the barbecue? Get out of here.
Of course we did.
You invented,
you invented that?
Don't
Dude,
even get me started. Don't even get me started, man.
You were wiping your ass with leaves before you took our technology, okay?
It's literally a milkshake. There is no difference.
There is a difference.
There is.
It's a fucking difference.
I don't have a lawn, by the way. I don't got a lawn. I live in an apartment with a sidewalk.
Yeah. Did you
I
teach
wish I
him
had
how to
a lawn.
mow his sidewalk, Vertz?
What's that? Sorry, Orcus, do you mow your lawn?
I don't. I rent
Does
a room.
someone
I
mow
don't
your
have
lawn?
to.
Do they use a
Yeah.
lawn mower?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I want you to pledge to Australia. Tell me you see that fucking lawn mower.
Like, I
What
like
is, what is he
Australia.
on about? What is this lawnmower that he's on about?
We
They
invented the lawnmower,
lawnmowers,
dickhead.
apparently.
We
You
did.
invented the
Australia
lawnmower.
invented
So before, what year?
I don't fucking know.
I
just know what happened,
man.
I just know
I
it
don't fucking
happened.
know. I know it
This
happened
is
because I
like
went to school.
1962, brother. We could Google this stuff
I
and
went
like
to
prove you wrong
school.
right away.
I went to school and I learned what we also invented the black box in planes. You know?
That's good.
Exactly.
I've never been a pilot.
Oh, Edwin Budding. The first lawnmower was invented and patented in 1830 by Edwin Budding outside of Gloucestershire, England. Shout out to
Lies.
Dust Monkey.
Lies.
England.
Lies, man. Lies.
England.
Shout out to
Just
Dust
saying.
Monkey.
What was it a dust monkey for?
Because he's the cut.
Oh,
He represents England in Wild Out P.
I don't care if I'm
what
wrong,
about
okay?
writing?
I'm right in my mind. That's all I know. We invented something good, okay? Trust me.
I don't know if New Zealand invented
Afternoon
anything,
drinking?
but we were the first people to allow women to vote.
And then we had Captain Cook. We had Captain Cook, who was doing great things until he got to America and got eaten. You know.
Didn't he?
Did he
wait,
really?
didn't he discover like some Northwest
where I
Passage?
live. Where I live,
Yeah,
he discovered the area where I live. Right, Captain Cook's face is like all over my like suburb. Okay,
I wonder
and
if
then
that's
he
the same
went to
Captain
America
Cook
and
that,
they ate him.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same Captain Cook that came up to where I live and like discovered
Probably.
a bunch of shit over here.
Yes,
I
yes,
don't even know who
yes.
Captain Cook is. Is
Yes,
that Peter
and then he
Pan
went to
Captain?
Hawaii.
Didn't even invent the padlock.
Yeah, he
went
went
to
to Hawaii,
Hawaii,
which is part of America.
and then the
which is
West
part of
Coast.
America. And then they ate him. Yeah, because they thought that if they ate him, they'd gain his powers because they thought he was a god. So they
a tribe ate a cannibalistic
Yeah.
tribe ate him.
Yeah. And then Captain Cook's crew came up with a ship and started bombarding the camp until they brought his bones back and apologized.
Sorry about eating
I
your
do
captain.
know that
Please stop
Captain
killing
Cook
us.
came to New Zealand and he had to moor like miles away from shore because we were basically an entire island comprised entirely of native birds, and bird song was so loud that they couldn't sleep near the shore.
Thought you were gonna say criminals.
Well,
that's not you. That's
Speaking of like
Australia.
cannibals, is that something? What's going on over there, B? Some kind of.
It's my dog having doggy dreams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very good dream, apparently.
Yeah, she barks in her sleep, but it's
Interesting.
not really barking. It's more like sad.
Can someone ban like K-Sins from the chat? Like someone, could you moderate your chat?
Isn't Australia just outlaw Britain?
I mean,
isn't,
it's
that a
not
good,
wrong.
isn't that a good thing for?
Oh, please.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, I thought you were an outlaw.
Okay, how much
it's not wrong.
How much money would we have to get donated to get B to do the Haka?
Ooh.
How much? Is there a donation goal for the Haka?
B? I mean, this is up to
What would
B.
you do? What would you?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You know? Do you
learn
know
the
it?
Haka though, right? You learned it though,
Abso-fucking-lutely
right? You learned it in school,
You know
right?
it though, right?
I did, yes. And
Yeah,
I do
she
know how
knows
to
it.
do it, but I'm not fucking doing. I don't care how much
Can you do
money
the Haka face at least? Can you do the tongue thing with the
Fuck
eyes?
No.
Have you
I
done it
refuse.
before?
I have, yes.
How? Okay.
Donation goal.
Think about it though. Like how much money we're talking here?
Couple $100, she'll do it.
I'm not, no. Unless somebody literally hands me like a fucking ticket to be able to fly all the way to America to go to TwitchCon. No.
Yeah.
How much would that
Wow.
cost? Like, well, like
fucking 3 New Zealand grand.
I reckon $2 grand.
No.
Would you do it
No.
for the kids?
No.
You wouldn't do it for the kids.
No, fuck
You should
off.
be
I'm
proud
not
of your heritage. It's New Zealand.
I am proud of my heritage, but I'm
Well, let's
also
see the
just not
Haka.
going to do it.
Kamate. What? I don't know which one the female one is. It's different, right? Is it different?
She's dying now. You've killed her.
They stick their tongue out. You know why they stick their tongue out? Is this true, B? Can I ask a question?
B,
When they-
can we
when the
ask
New
you a
Zealanders-
question?
I feel like you're gonna fucking ask it anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about this. We've taken a massive detour. We're not talking about bullheaded no more. But when the New Zealanders stick their tongue out during the Haka, wasn't that like when they used to do that during battle? Wasn't that a signification that we're going to eat you?
Why is this happening?
B, we need to know. Do your
We need to
people
know.
eat others?
Yes, they were cannibals. They were cannibals. Did you know
Are
that?
they cannibals?
Yeah, they're cannibals. Tell us about the
Tell us the
cannibalization.
truth.
Tell us the truth.
Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I'm
Okay.
She knows.
She knows. She does know. All right, there she goes.
Have you? I win again. All
You've
right,
gotten
let's
her to
continue.
leave like
Three
4
times.
Three times.
Yeah.
Nice. Vertz, you have a new character.
Yep. The Wallaby Kid.
The Wallaby Kid.
A Wallaby Kid. Yep. Whose name has not been discovered yet. Because it ain't Joey
yeah.
Johns. Yeah.
Joey Johns is. I know Joey Johns.
Yep.
You're saying yep because that's not his name.
That's not his name. Yeah, that's not his name.
Okay.
No. That's not his name.
Well, he has like 17 different names, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I've forgotten how many names I've given out.
My name's Eddie. Yeah, my name's Eddie.
Okay.
So are you okay?
I'm fine.
I'm going to stop now. I apologize. My wife has informed me that I should stop. Therefore, I'm going to stop.
Tanker literally walked in and was like, knock that shit off. All right. Tank Girl has B's back.
God bless Tango.
Yeah, I feel bad now. I feel bad. I might have asked one too many questions. We'll get to it next time when you invite me on.
Next
For
time.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wobbly Kid is his actual name, right?
Dude.
Wait,
No,
what's-
yes, sure.
what's
It's the
the
wobbly
Wobbly
kid.
Kid?
Someone.
But
you know how people in RP like they try to fuck with other people and be like, I misheard your name. You're McDougal? McDonald's? What? Somebody called him the Wobbly Kid, and it's kind of stuck a little bit.
no, it hasn't. Like no one. I've never heard anyone say it to his face. Actually.
The Wobbly Kid.
Well, I'll change
Yeah.
that.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. I
My
dare.
only interaction with the Wallaby Kid was Vertz coming up and standing behind my character, like very uncomfortably close. Me like spinning around my character camera and noticing him standing there and just thinking it was very strange, and then him running away, and then finding out later on his stream that he was doing the Bears voice.
What?
Right behind my character.
When was
Yeah.
this?
This is when I was on Georgie in the
voice?
middle of. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh right. Oh, I went through a fucking. I was playing as the Wallaby Kid, and I was in Blackwater, and Georgie and Oglethorpe rode into town, and I hadn't seen those characters fucking like for a month at least. I think you guys stopped playing.
Yeah.
And I saw him ride in, and like my brain just went instantly like, oh, I got to walk over to him because it's those are my people, right? That's why I role played with for so long. So I just walked over there. And I just started talking as Baz without obviously I wasn't hot mic'd. I was just talking as Baz, going, "Hey Georgie, it's me." I'm just standing like a fucking weirdo, and they just go, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" I just walk away.
It was so good.
That's funny.
He sent it to me later, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I wanted to. I don't miss playing Baz until I like see people that I used to role play with. That's when I start missing it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, well, there'll be time where you'll probably get to RP with those people again.
Oh yeah. Well, at the moment, like where I'm, the Wallaby Kid thing is like all happening in the east. Like it's funny because Baz was all in the west area. I never spent this much time over in the Saint Denis Roads area like I am now at the moment. So it's a completely different group of people. It's like a whole different world over there.
It is.
So it's kind of refreshing. Like new faces that I hadn't really role played with before. A lot of great characters that I've met that I know they've been playing when I was playing as Baz, but I never got to interact with them. So like that's one of the cool things.
Fuck yeah, that is awesome.
And then you got McGregor's he's just always been there. He's just always there.
McGregor's been around for a while now. Yeah. He's.
I can't believe you haven't died yet, dude.
Dude, I haven't been shot. I haven't been down in a PvP combat in like 2.5 months.
But is that a testament to? Is that a testament to how like
I think
good
people
you are
are
at your job, or is that a testament to like outlaw? Like the outlaw side of things just isn't as aggressive as it was months ago.
I think it's both. I think that McGregor's always been a de-escalator. He's always been a like, all right, let's talk about this, guys. And he'll always, if there's a hostage or whatever, he'll be like, take my guns. Like, I don't care. Don't kill anybody. But there is less really aggressive groups out there. We had like December was fucking nuts. There was a lot of NPCs getting murdered by cannibals. You guys were all gone for that. For the most part, you guys had all left or were taking breaks, but it's not the same. Like these cannibals that sneak around and they like kidnap one person and do some fucked up shit. It's not the same as like a group of outlaws that are like robbing banks and then there's this big moment like Bullheaded where there's like a 6v6 like player versus player combat. That hasn't really been happening much.
My prediction is Jack will come back and you will be shot within a week.
I'm more worried about Gavin Summers.
Is he coming back? Is he?
Well, I mean, he said that someday he might come back, and McGregor was the one who shot him down, and he has his gun, which is weird, but he does.
Nice.
When are you planning on bringing Jack back, Peppo?
Soon.
Soon, dude.
With Jack, it's like he's such a strong presence that whenever we come around, when he comes around, everybody acquiesces to him. So, which is what you want, but I feel like sometimes he needs to, since he's such a strong presence and he's kind of worked up to have all this respect, I think it's better for him to take a step back, let people make some more actions that maybe they wouldn't do if Jack was present. And then I want to come into the scene, and it's getting really close to that time. I also just wanted to take a break, and sometimes you just need to you just gotta step away, go and interact, and do some things elsewhere, so that whenever you come back, it's fresh. The landscape is kind of new and different. There's new faces, new things have developed. People that you used to trust, that used to be on your side, have now done things that maybe they wouldn't have done if you were present.
Yeah.
Because let's say you're friends with somebody, and I'm friends with somebody, but you don't like the guy that I'm friends with. But because you respect me, you'll respect the guy that I'm cool with.
So things
all of a sudden now I disappear, and while I'm gone, you go and you attack this person. Like that's juicy. That's juicy for story. So that's what I'm hoping takes place. I want and whenever, because I felt like my presence was a little bit stifling when me and Baz were running things. There pretty much every gang within the crossing had like pledged allegiance. So now Baz left and people came and pretty much told Jack that we're here, like whatever you want, say the word and we'll do it. We'll make it happen. And so it was at that peak that I left. Now it's interesting. I'm gonna come back and we'll see what happens, because the plan was to come back when Riggs came back. That was the plan, to wait for Riggs to be released, because there was some contention in our group with Clayton and Mills about the will and about the diamonds. Because there was all these diamonds that were acquired.
Right.
And the diamonds were left to Jack. And Jack said, well, I'm going to look out for my brother's woman who's not here anymore. Because Riggs left everybody to be with Baz. And I mean everybody. She knew the law. All of her friends' connections, they all turned their back on her whenever she went with this guy Baz, who they made out to be like this demonic entity who had escaped from hell. So like if you're seen with this demonic entity escaped from hell, we're turning our back on you. You're an evil person. So she did that. She turned everybody, everybody like forsook her because she wanted to be with this person. The only problem was Baz was rolling around with a guy like Jack, who was also a bad influence. So Baz dies. She no longer has this person that meant so much to her. All the people she used to know turned their back on her too. And Jack's crew hates Riggs because Riggs confessed to killing Banks. Meanwhile, Clayton and Mills did all that time in prison for her. So Mills and Clayton are really pissed at Riggs, and they threatened to hurt Riggs. Whenever I told them that I'm leaving the diamonds to her, they say, you're not doing that. Riggs is out of, and Clayton even threatened to attack Riggs. That's so juicy. So I told him, if you touch Riggs, it's on. You're not hurting her. You guys don't know Baz the way I did. So now she's back. She's back. And Clayton and Mills are running around, and I don't know what's going on. And I'm hoping to come back to something juicy.
Do you have any meta about what's been happening?
Very, 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 very little bit. I'm trying not to, so I can be. It's a lot easier to react than act.
Oh yeah.
So if you log in and something crazy happens and you genuinely don't know about it, your reaction is so much more realistic. You don't need you need talent to act. You don't need talent to react. You just have to be a human being. And I think chat really enjoys you finding something out for the first time. So I've been really careful not to meta too much. So I don't really know what's going on. I know there's something really hot taking place because a bunch of people, when people say, when's Jack coming back? When's Jack? You know something's happening. So it'll be really soon. And we'll see what happens.
You know that Riggs came back. I know you know that, but you don't know.
What I did is I popped into another server to fuck around a little bit.
Yeah.
And I got dragged into an insane arc.
That's awesome.
So I was gonna stay there, and I was like, I gotta see this out, but I abandoned ship over there. I'll just say that. Right. Wild RP is on another level. I'll just put it there. There's great RPers everywhere. It's a great server. They got a lot of good stuff going for them. Just now, it's a little, there's a few sound issues. We'll put it there. There's a few sound issues. All right. So I'm waiting. I'll be back in Wild RP soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
That'll
tomorrow,
be great.
maybe on Monday, maybe on Friday. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
I think it's all right to say that you really love an RP server. I think that, Wild RP is exceptional. I've been on a lot of roleplay servers, and I've not been on one like this before. I think it's okay to say that. PRC is good. I know some of the staff there. They're good people.
Good RP, what happens? Sometimes the best RP happens two people in an empty room, no mechanics.
Yep.
Yeah.
So some of the best RP is just finding someone that you have chemistry with. That's so important. Finding somebody you have chemistry with, developing a rapport. And who knows, in certain times when you're being silly, when to be silly, but also when you're being serious, when to be serious. That chemistry is so important. But when you kind of get spoiled by, I don't want to say great dev work because it makes it seem like other places don't have great dev work, and they do, but Wild RP is just, let's just say you get spoiled by it. And when you go experience, it's just what Krads is doing, and with Kano and AJ and those guys. It's just, guys, it's on another level. I'm telling you, it's on another level.
Yeah,
I think
I just want to throw that out there. It's on another level.
It's more than just the development though, too. I think they put a lot of effort into their interview process and
yes,
the balance of the server between law, outlaw, and civ in the middle too. They really take all that into consideration, and that's what makes a really good.
I'll tell you what was really cool about PRC. It's really free. You could do anything. It's all handled in character. You could do anything you want. So that was kind of cool. Every town has its own sheriff, and each town's sheriff makes their own ordinances. So if you're in Valentine and you fuck around and you go to Blackwater, sheriff is like, well, I don't give a fuck. That's fuck Valentine. I got into some problems in Valentine, and the guy's like, listen, get released. Whatever you're doing, don't do it in my city. You can deputize whoever you want. So something would happen in Valentine, and there was no sheriffs around. So a guy came in, the sheriff, and said, you, take some badges. You're being deputized on the spot. We got some goons here. That's kind of how it happened in the Wild West.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's cool. There's good things happening there, man. It's a lot of good stuff bubbling. It's a great place for someone to get their feet wet. They allow almost anybody to get in. So it's a great place to go and get your feet wet, 100%. And there's some great storytelling happening over there. But Wild RP is my home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been here since like the very beginning, since almost the very, very beginning.
Yeah, you
Georgie
have. I think
and
B has to.
Yeah. B's there been since the very beginning. I was there right at season. I think as soon as the first season ended, that's when I slipped in.
Yeah. Been around since week 2 of the server opening. So
Kano said once, I remember talking to him, he said, we want to make it seem like a Red Dead DLC, our server. And you really get that feeling. And you know what? The viewers are almost more sensitive to it than me RPing. Like the user interface, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of affects the storytelling aspect from a viewer standpoint, in my opinion.
It's the game's so beautiful, and like being able to just turn off the UI and there's nothing there. But even with the UI on, it's so minimal. There's no crosshair or anything. Like they do a lot.
That one fucks me big time, no crosshair. Because I'm playing the Tarkov recently. I've been fucking around with Tarkov, and I'm like, I'm not that bad when I have a crosshair. How are all of these people so good without a crosshair? I'm just saying.
I'm bad until my second shot. When I know where my bullet's going, I'm like, oh, okay, that's where I shoot.
I don't even remember. I just generally shoot in the direction that the person's in and hope for the best.
Like in like that Bullheaded. I don't know if that could have happened anywhere else. I really don't. The Wild RP, I've noticed, has a really good sense of the RP is there. Again, when you're being silly, they pick up on it and they're silly back. But sometimes when you want to get serious, like the people you RP with, they just have a good sense of that. Like when this is supposed to be a serious scene, they reciprocate that feeling.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the big differences that I noticed from an RPer standpoint. They're really good. Like the person you're RPing is really good at seeing on what level you are and amplifying the mood. But there's great people everywhere. There's great servers everywhere. They're doing a lot of cool things there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Usually when people are like, I'm having such a hard time getting into Wild RP, I'm like, go over to PRC. You know?
Yeah, it's a good server. Get in there. Get your feet wet.
Go.
There's good RP happening over there.
Easier to get in. I know some of the devs over there. Like it's good people. Like go.
And you want it to be hard to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The harder it is to get into, and then when you're in, you're like, fuck, I'm in here.
Yeah.
Let's not fuck this up.
Yeah. You take the rules
I have
seriously.
my shot now. Let me not fuck it. I'm gonna be a good boy. Hey, let me do what I need to do. And that's a good feeling. The harder something is, you'll value it more that way.
Absolutely. And I feel like especially with the server that is just so dedicated to making sure that everybody who is in there has a good time. It's one of those things as well where I feel like people pay more attention to the community as a whole because of that, because it is one of those places where once you're in, you can really get to interact and know the people who you are role playing with. And on top of that, I think that a lot of the time people pay closer attention because they don't necessarily want to, do anything that will infringe upon them, or their experience there with anybody else. People pay closer attention to the rules as well, I think, which is something that I think is really great about the WoW community as well. Because people don't want to lose place there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Is Vertz dead? Gone?
No, I'm here. I'm just, I don't talk too much. I talk too much sometimes. I'm just letting other people get their stuff in. That's all.
Do you feel guilt? No, man, you're good, man. I think he feels bad.
I know. I do get guilt. I do sometimes. I get a little fucking excited and I'll start yelling and screaming and
Listen, in the last podcast, I talked about,
she went off the rails. She had a spiral.
I really did.
Really funny.
Yeah. I had a complete fucking spiral. I talked about an ex relationship I had for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
It was a time.
Something about her father and doorknobs. We discovered some things about her.
Doorknobs. Wait. Let's talk about doorknobs.
Wait a minute. I had a podcast once with B, and she told us about golden showers.
Yeah, that was like our first podcast together, wasn't it? You told us the golden shower story?
Golden showers. He's always opening with golden showers.
What golden shower story?
Is it time to revisit the story?
Yeah, I think it might be. Let's hear the story.
Well, you know what? I'll say this. I do have to go because I have to get up super early to go and help my dad with some stuff. But
8 o'clock.
you can. Are you forgetting that I'm in a different time zone than you?
Well, it might be what is it? 9, 10?
It's 10. I have to get up at 6 a.m.
So what?
But you can pull up. You can pull up on my channel if you want. If you really want to know it, you can pull it up on my channel. I think it's like 10 minutes long.
I don't think it'd be as fun if you're not here. But...
I will sit in the chat until I pass out, and I will react to it there.
No, we'll just abuse Orcish while you're gone. Cool.
I'm here for this.
Cool.
All right.
All right. See you, B. Thank you.
Good night, BB.
Good night.
Yeah. So thank God, huh?
Yeah. Thank fucking God. He's gone.
I thought she'd never leave. Like,
I know. She talked way too much, by the way.
Yeah. So Peppo, you're coming back tomorrow, yeah?
Soon.
Dude, I'm gonna press you. You're coming back tomorrow, dude.
So I don't want to go. Man, I'm kind of addicted to Tarkov right now. I just gotta say, I'm
you can play
addicted to that
Tarkov
game.
and Wild RP at the same time, bro. Why can't you do both?
Huh? It's an idea.
Yeah, why can't you do 3 or 4 hours of Jack Kettleman? And
Listen, if
3 or
Jack
4
comes
hours
back,
of
he's
Tarkov?
gonna find out about the Wallaby kid, and he's gonna find out about Lucille, and he's gonna have to murder you both and drag you to the
Okay,
streets and set you on fire. And
What kind of douchebag? What kind of douchebag?
I'm gonna have to kill you both, man.
Dumps her, leaves, and then comes back and kills the new man.
What do you mean dumps her?
Dude, you left.
I went to soul searching, brother.
Didn't she leave you? She went. Dude, she's already had.
He's in
soul
chat. You
searching, huh?
can just tell us what happened.
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes whenever you're not present, you get to see the real person. Now, I'm like, oh my God, for
Man, if you-
one
man,
or
if you
two
want-
days,
if
and
you
she's
want
rolling around with
some,
other
dude.
dudes now, man. What do you want from me?
God,
I
for
gotta
1 or
kill-
2
I gotta kill
days.
her. You ain't
Dude,
burn
I'm
the
right.
mansion to the ground.
I'm right here, bro. Come get me.
I gotta burn the mansion to the ground. And
You're in the
everybody
mansion
in
no
it,
more. Come
everybody
get me.
associated.
I live there. Please don't.
You live in
I
the mansion
will-
too now?
Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, that's meta. He rents a room.
Dude, I'm gonna wipe the floor with Jack Kettleman.
Get
Wipe the
outta here.
fucking floor, mate.
Get outta
You're
here,
his
man.
history, bro. He's always
Get
washed up.
Out of here.
He's washed up, bro.
I feel like I've done it all with Kettleman, you know? I'm kind of stuck, like, where to go now?
What do you mean you've done it all?
I've done it all, man. I've done it all. I've done it all.
So what does that mean? You can bring somebody else in?
No, I'll stay with Jack. I wanted to do a big war with the law because this whole time when I was an outlaw, I never really ever turned my attention to the law ever, as like a personal grievance.
Yeah.
I know that the Van Horn was doing that, but I feel like I still haven't decided how to go about it. But I have to avenge Baz as Jack. I just have to do it. They done gunned him down. The sheriff got promoted for gunning him down.
That's so
And now
not
they're
true, but
now
yeah.
they're walking
Here we go.
around.
Here we
Now
go. We gotta-
now they're walking around willy nilly, and I'm supposed to come back.
Okay.
And whenever I see them, I gotta do something. I just haven't figured out how to go about it.
Orcish,
Idea wise,
orcish.
Yeah.
that's my like great mission for Jack is to show them that you can't get away with this. I gotta stick your nose in the dirt and make you suffer because this whole time I haven't done it.
Yeah.
I had all the gangs in the crossing swear fealty to me. I could have raised the banners. We would have wrecked it. We would have, you would have really felt. You would have really felt it, what it's like.
Just to address the whole Baz got himself killed and Lewis didn't get promoted because she killed Baz. Listen, all that aside, it would be criminal for Baz's side not to use that in RP.
Oh,
it would
absolutely.
be criminal just to say, oh, well, Baz got himself killed. All right, let's move on with our lives. That would suck.
Yeah,
it was
the fact that Jack has it in his head that she got promoted because of that is fucking RP gold. The potential, the conversations that those characters can have behind bars and shit is the sky's the limit. It could be some of the best RP we've ever seen. With Jack.
There were scenes that people maybe that they weren't following Jack's story or Baz don't know, but there was a scene where Jack got fucked up in the early days when there wasn't even that much rapport between me and Baz. Where like when the natives attacked me, as soon as Baz found out about it, he grabbed and said, "Where are they? We're going down. We're gonna kill all of them." There was a certain scene where Mills got robbed by a new gang. They just took his guns off of him, And Mills tells Jack, and Jack says, "Don't worry, I'm not worried about it." As soon as Baz heard, he said, "Everybody, get your horses, get your ropes. We're dragging them. Get the Vaseline. It's happening."
Vaseline. No. I didn't say let's get the Vaseline. So let's fuck them dry. I said.
There you go.
Oh god.
so there were scenes like that where Riggs and where they told Jack, like, "Listen, you're a part of the family, man. Like, you're with us now. Whenever Jack dies, and when he dies, he says all of the diamonds, everything is yours." As a character, this guy who's always sought revenge, went war with Gavin Summers when he had nobody, to now not do anything, to leave. I just haven't figured out how to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it needs to happen.
Yeah.
I gotta avenge my boy, man. People gotta understand that, like, we haven't forgotten what's happened. I just don't know how to go about it. Riggs is out, so it might happen now. Now I know there's contention between Mills and Clayton. Do I attack Mills and Clayton, or do I convince them to join me? Because they have a responsibility, not only to me, but to this guy who was around when they were in prison. Baz had my back. They should be thinking, as like people that are my brothers, that while they were gone, there was another dude here that had my back. So that's the juice. But it's a little trickier nowadays to try to pull some of that off. People might be hesitant, but it's juicy, I think, for both sides, for the law and for Jack.
Ready, dude.
I gotta defend. I gotta get Baz's back, man. They don't kill him and got promoted.
Get him, bro.
We gotta string him up. We gotta light him on fire. We gotta drag him to the fucking towns, man. I mean it, man. It has to happen. It has to happen.
That's right.
You fucking up, man. You get me crazy. You right?
So, anyway, gone, but not for.
Promise me, Jack. Just promise me. Promise me. You just kill them all, right?
Remember, we had that conversation in the early days. If anything happens to me,
he wasn't even there, but get him to. Yeah.
Promise one bullet. So, I gotta, like, Molly and who was the one that, and Lewis, Weaver, all of them. Yeah. They gotta be put on trial. They have to be. They show up to my brother's house and they murder him in front of his son. For what? What did they do that for? For what?
He punched hard, bro. He punched hard in the face.
For what? See, those are some juicy scenes. So that's what's
he shot at them.
That's what's in the works. That's what's in the works.
Okay.
But it just got to be the right time for it. It's got to be the right time.
That's actually interesting about this. You've been gone for a while, and I've noticed that sometimes McGregor will bring up like Kettleman and like stuff like that when he's talking about past things that happened. And oftentimes, and this might encourage you to come back, oftentimes people are like, who's that? Because there's so many new faces on the server and there's so many new law. I'm looking at a list right now of maybe I can show it. Looking at a list right now of like who the law is on the server. And there are so many of these names that you guys don't even know. And I'm looking at like who's active, and there's less than, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 6 or 8 people who even know about all that stuff. It's crazy.
Oof, I love that. Like,
yeah, so they're not even gonna know. Like, you could walk up to some of these new deputies and they wouldn't even know who you are.
I wanted like Mills and Clayton to kind of keep doing their thing, and I wanted Pip, and I knew Pip would go off and do his thing, because all of these people are extremely loyal. Our crew that came together, there's such a deep rapport that goes beyond what anybody could even fathom. Wouldn't it be interesting to come back and say, y'all have a duty. We got to avenge our brother. Pip, and I'm sure Pip right now is doing his thing. He's working on it. He's like, what the fuck, man? You've been gone. I have my whole life here. It's like, I have my own life now. You want me to throw it all away? Same with Clayton and Mills. And wouldn't that be juicy coming back?
It is going to be great.
It's super juicy. And imagine this. Imagine they say, you know what, Jack? Fuck off, man. We have our own lives now. And then Jack goes finds a different crew. And a new crew.
Bunch of kids.
Maybe a bunch of kids.
Bunch of wallaby kids.
Maybe a bunch of wallaby kids say, you know what? We don't know who Baz was, but we got your back. We'll do it with you and nobody else will.
I will say this. The potential, like what you just joked about, the whole wallaby kid thing. The fact is, Wallaby Kid looks up to people exactly like Jack Kettleman.
Oh, fuck.
his whole thing is he wants to be the next Jesse James, the next Billy the Kid, the next Jack Kettle. He wants to be that caliber. So if Jack Kettle, it's absolutely a possibility that with the whole like Lucille thing aside, like that it could happen a multitude of ways. I'm so fucking curious, and that's just a side story, by the way. Like
that's
Jack's main story,
a side story, yeah,
that's a side story. Like Jack's whole thing is going to be out in the West, but dude, I can't fucking wait to see
Here's
what
another
happens.
idea. Here's something else that I kind of need. I'm at a creative dead end with. The diamonds were such a big thing with us, where we acquired K&K. We were going to create this empire, but when he died, the diamonds disappeared. They're gone, so we can't ever get the diamonds. But they're in the will, and they're supposed to go to Riggs. What do we do with the diamonds? Apparently, the diamonds exist, and I've buried them somewhere. So that's got a big point of contention between Mills and Clayton. Are like, wait a minute, you're gonna give the diamonds to Riggs? What about us? We serve prison time for you. And I said, no, it's going to Riggs. They say if she gets a diamond, even one diamond, we're gonna attack her. So there's that infighting happening in our group, but the diamonds don't even exist. So I don't even know I don't know how to rectify that arc. So if Chad, if you have ideas, man,
you could just RP it, right?
Where are they? Where are the diamonds?
Let's campaign to get the diamonds given to Jack. We want the diamonds back to Jack.
Where do the diamonds go? I haven't figured out like create because Riggs will say, I don't care, Jack. Like,
does Baz still exist on your character list?
Yeah. I got like 80, 90 diamonds on Baz.
So Riggs will say, crazy. Jack, like they can have the diamonds. I never wanted the diamonds. I don't care about that stuff. And I say, okay, and the Mills of Clayton, I'm like, all right, give us the diamonds. And I go like, I'm not giving them to you.
Right.
Do I donate them to a charity? Are they charities in the 1900s? So that's something that I have to kind of learn how to get around first. Maybe I'll say I'll give them to Solomon and they can go kill him instead. Dust Monkey says, I know I'm not gonna dig up another 200. So I am kind of at a loss on how to continue that, because that's a big deal.
Listen, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Me and Clayton were gonna kill each other. He pulled a gun on Jack. That's never happened. And I always thought in the back of my mind, if I ever promote to anybody, I would promote a Clayton.
Principle, I'm casing.
I thought I was gonna promote a Clayton, but I don't know how to get around that.
I got an idea. Let me run this by you.
Talk to me.
What we'll do is, and this doesn't leave this room, okay?
Yeah.
I'll log on to Baz. No one's gonna know.
Nah,
we'll meet up at Blackwater, and I'll just transfer the fucking diamonds over.
No one will be there. Who would show up?
No
for
one's
that?
gonna know.
No one's gonna meta that information.
No, because other people haven't been allowed to do it.
But don't worry about that.
Oh, we
don't
can
worry
set a
about that.
precedent. But
just pretend that you've been mining this whole time. They won't know.
I don't know if Mills.
Who's gonna know? Connor? Come on, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if Clayton and Riggs have talked, but Clayton threatened Riggs, and I said, "You're not touching her. We're cool, but when she comes out, we're gonna have a sit down." I don't know if they've had a sit down yet. So that's it's the sit down with, because I want Jack is gonna go and hear Riggs' side of the story, who he has incredible love for, but Mills and Clayton are everything to Jack. And then there's Pip, who's like a son to Jack, who also means so much to him, because there was a scene where Clayton pulled a gun out on Jack, and Pip was right there, had Jack's back, and apparently told Clayton in private, "You ever do that shit again, I'll gun you down. You ever pull a gun out on Jack?" So there's a lot of stuff brewing. I'm hoping right now, while Jack is gone, people make certain decisions that they can't take back before I get there. Before I get there.
When Clayton threatened to gun down Mills, do you think he would have purposely missed all his shots?
No, not Mills. I'm sorry. Clayton pulled a gun out on Jack and said, "Give me the diamonds."
Oh shit.
Riggs isn't getting any of them. and he searched me and I had none on me. But when he pulled the gun out on me, Pip immediately pulled the gun out on Clayton.
Oh, Pip.
And said, "You don't fucking touching Jack." Because Pip is kind of like Jack's protege. When Pip was running around earlier, he was running around with the captain. Yeah. And one day I'm hanging out with Pip, Jack is, and Pip says, "I'm $5,000 in debt into the DiCenzo's." And I said, "What the fuck? Why?" And he says, "I don't know. We were at war and the captain brokered the deal. And now I owe the DiCenzo's $5,000. I say, "Man, that ain't no friend. He talked in your place and made you fork over $4,000. I said, "I'm going to figure out a way to get you out of that." And whatever happened, I ended up getting him out of the debt. And Pip started rolling with Jack and said to Jack and the crew, whatever happens from this moment forward, you have my undying loyalty. And Pip was been a man of his word since. And Bullheaded kind of really galvanized our bond and his dedication to the crew. And it's kind of that's where
what the law never understand.
there was like this bond that we there was a bond that we had.
Don't gang up on me now that B's gone.
They don't get it, man. The only loyalty that the law has is to the badge, and as soon as another law person loses the badge, the loyalty goes right out the window.
Oh,
fact.
McGregor was very kind to Riggs.
Oh, yeah, you're too kind if you ask me, by the way. Just put that 2 fucking cents in there. But
come on, Riggs, let's go for a beer and have some
what happened to Wash? What happened to Wash? Outcasted.
Okay.
Outcasted.
He still talks to her, and he still warns her.
But I'm just saying, like, everyone, all the outlaws are loyal because because they're loyal to each other.
Yeah.
Law's loyal to the badge.
There is some truth to that, but I don't like how you're using a generalization. I think
I'm generalizing the fucking the law because you guys generalize us.
I would say I wish if I could put something out there, like I think sometimes people underrate. Like I had me and Clayton or Graham, our old character David and Renee. They had such a strong bond. I love RP, and he's one of my favorite people to RP with Graham. I think he's like S tier, one of the best RP. I've learned a lot from RPing with him. But when we rolled new characters, I didn't see him for like 6 months almost, and because our stories didn't come together. And then through some miracle and by happenstance, Jack and Clayton came together. We came together organically. And I think people sometimes miss out on, it's real tempting to just hop on and make a gang with your friends.
Yeah.
But when you all start off separate and you allow yourselves to come together through story, it means so much more. And when someone becomes a lawman, they put on the badge, they immediately become family. But it's a superficial type of family. It's a superficial type. Just because someone has the badge, you're their family. But you might not like them. You might not have chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say that like Pip is family, Clay and Mills and Baz were family, there's like months and months of feeling and rapport that have built up, and that bond is way stronger than the family that say the law. Now, with that said, there's probably certain lawmen that you have extreme rapport with that are so much closer to you, right? Or when someone puts a badge on, they're immediately your family.
No, I mean it's okay. So it's not.
That's so interesting. Tell me about this because I'm really interested in those dynamics.
It's not the same as what you guys have because you guys are like you have to have. When you meet another criminal, it's not like all right, yeah. It's like can I trust this person? You get to know them. You have to build a trust with them.
Yeah.
And that trust builds into a friendship, and like you bleed with each other, and there's that there. But when the badge is on, it's like, okay, you got my back automatically. I got your back automatically. It's not the same level, but that doesn't mean that you don't bleed together and grow a relationship. It just, it takes longer. It's not like, because for you guys, when you're in a fight like Bullheaded, in order for you guys to trust each other enough to be in that situation, you have to have that bond. That's not true for Law. They just have to have the badge. But
it's the job, bro.
Yeah, it's our job to defend and do that shit. But there is still that trust does get built. Like Carter and McGregor were McGregor trusted Carter, and like he was like his mentor and stuff. So like there's been a couple relationships in the law that McGregor's had where it was like there's a lot of trust there, but it's not the same as outlaws.
Are there ever any outlaws that you've bumped into that you have great rapport with, and you realize that you can build a special bond here, but because you're a lawman, how do you deal with that? How do you like dance around that?
So it's tough because I
feel like Jack and McGregor, I had great respect for him. I don't there's no like hate there or anything, or animosity, but
that's tough for McGregor because of the betrayal. But I think that his opinions started to change a little bit about Jack when they had some conversations. But before, when they first met, I think that McGregor's a fucking softie. So he's like, he thinks that, you know, they're, for the most part, we're all just human beings trying to make it through the day. So if you rob a bank, you're not a monster.
Well, what about other outlaws? Do you ever find yourself, because if you're a lawman, information is key, right? That's like that's the most valuable thing, is information.
Yeah, there's, I mean, I
and
think
your sources.
The funny thing is right now, like, I mean, Riggs for a while, McGregor was trying, he felt bad for her, that because of Banks, because Banks and Banks did not get along. McGregor reported him to the fucking marshals. He fucking talked.
Oh, really?
Oh,
really?
yeah.
I love that, man.
He had it out with him.
I love that.
In front of a deputy marshal, and was like, what you did there put everybody's life at risk. Why the fuck would you call him a dog? And Banks' response to that, and the deputy marshal backed him up, was like, look, at the end of the day, that's a criminal. Riggs made her choice. And like, he was like, I guess we have to agree to disagree, because at the end of the day, we're both going to be on the same line, on the same side when bullets are flying. And so we reported it.
When Jack and like Baz, for the outside or any of our crew, like when we're dealing with other people, we're tight. But what people don't see is we infight all the time. And it's so, I love that you reported your superiors, because that's like real life. Someone gets a promotion from deputy to sheriff, and you're like, why do they get the promotion? I should have been next in line. Like, that's such juicy, I think, juicy RP. And I love hearing that that's going on. I love hearing that that's because it's real life. It's real life.
Pandas is so fucking brilliant with that, like being that bulldog character that's like, yeah, fuck all these, they're all the same. They're all scum of the earth. And like having that spectrum in the law is so good for RP on both sides. But yeah, McGregor felt bad about that whole situation. He felt like Riggs and Baz could come back from where they were. And then of course, you know, they were lying to him and shit, and like doing
lying to who?
Riggs and Baz were lying to McGregor about what they were doing. Like, of course, you know, they're not going to tell him the truth. But
whoa.
You
What
believe
lie
them.
about?
You lied about your crimes all the time, of course.
What, we're gonna let you fucking arrest me? What do you want from me?
You lied about crimes you already committed and were arrested for too.
I didn't, dude. Give me an example.
Well, he's not gonna confess.
He's the one that brought it up. He said I was lying. I want to know when I lied.
Hey, come on, man. Every time he talked to you, you didn't tell him the truth.
Well, there's a reason behind that.
Why is that?
Fuck the law, man.
Law dog.
You're
No,
dog.
No, the thing is that the Banks thing was so bad. Like the way that Banks handled that whole situation was so bad that it just galvanized Riggs and Baz against law.
Yeah,
completely. So, you know, I mean, I think Baz could have been saved by the law at some point, because it was always in Baz that the character put family and everything first. It wasn't about being an outlaw. He wasn't like living the outlaw life. He was doing what he had. Like even the bank robberies that he did do, there was inbuilt character reasons for doing that. Like I remember having a conversation with Riggs, and we're role playing that we had the ranch, but we couldn't afford it. Like the business was dying essentially, so we need to find a way to make money quick. And that's why me and her went on like the bank robberies together.
Right.
So he wasn't just living the outlaw life. He wasn't like Jack Kettleman in that way. Jack was like living the life. So he definitely could have been saved, but the Banks thing was so fucking just. Oh, dude, it was such a
Which part specifically?
The dog thing, right?
Well, the thing is, Baz at that point in time was trying to actually become law at one point. His only real friends were the law. There's a couple of scenes I've got where, like, when I wasn't hanging out with Jack, this is before I went 100% with Jack, where the law were his friends, and you know, he made a couple of mistakes here and there because he cut corners, and he became friends with Jack. And then the law kind of were like, okay, we like you, Baz, but you're doing the wrong thing, blah, blah. Then he met Riggs, and Riggs essentially told him, I'll date you, but you need to clean your act up. You gotta stop hanging around with these people. You gotta stop doing the bad stuff you've been doing, which weren't even that serious of crimes, by the way. So he did that. He went clean, and I think I went clean for like a month. Remember, I got the fucking ranch up in Big Valley. Do you remember that, Peppo?
I remember.
I think I remember that.
100%.
Yeah, dude, it was a nightmare to role play because there was nothing to do. Well, I was like role playing, cleaning up fucking cow shit like that. And I role played it for a month, right? And then he eventually got rigged, went on a date, and that worked, and things were looking really good. And then Banks, for no fucking reason, just said, "I don't care what you've done, how clean you've been. You're always going to be like a dog. You're a dog, a rabid dog." And Baz didn't buy it. Like he just fucking took it, and then he did it again. And then the whole fucking milk thing happened with McGregor, which we're not going to get into. We were in this last time. And then Banks got his girl fired. And then on the way out of fucking firing her, he yells out, "Now put your dog back on." Oh no, scratch him behind the ear, he said to Riggs. Shit like that. Like, and then instantly just like, yeah, fuck the law, man. Like, those were supposed to be his friends, and they just, you know, once an outlaw, always an outlaw. So if I'm going to be seen as an outlaw, then fuck it. Might as well be an outlaw.
I'm going in all the way.
Yeah, might as well.
Even then, like Baz wouldn't participate in a lot of the quote unquote outlawiness.
Yeah. Like a lot of I don't think even you probably know this, August, but a lot of times Jack would go do stuff, and Baz would like, "I'm not doing it." Like, he didn't go along with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last month and a half before I permit, I don't think I got arrested for anything. I don't think I wasn't getting arrested at all. Like, people coming to the ranch and hanging out. Like, most of the time, law were like, "Oh, that ranch is no good.
Be right back."
All the outlaws are hanging out there. But other than like people hanging out at my ranch, I wasn't really doing all that much.
Yeah, but that was the thing, though, is that just because it was a hub where criminals hung out, like wanted criminals would hang out, we had to keep an eye on it.
Only Jack.
No, the riders and shit, they were doing stuff by then.
The riders? Okay, I didn't know. Okay, listen. I kept Blackwater safe.
Yeah.
I don't think you know this, okay? The riders were robbing people. They were running around the ranch area and robbing people. They were going into Blackwater, robbing people at the stable and all kinds of shit. And Baz and Jack tracked them down. They found out who they were. We found them. We're like, "Okay, you're not robbing anyone in this from here to here. That's a safe zone. You're not to fucking rob anyone near Blackwater."
Yeah.
And there was no robberies in Blackwater until that other gang came around, and we disposed of them very fucking quickly.
But do you know what they did instead? What they'd do is they'd ride out from fucking Armadillo. They'd go to fucking Strawberry and rob someone. Then they'd go to Valentine and rob someone. Go out east and rob people. I'm only one man.
I can't protect the whole map, bro. I can't protect the whole map. Listen, I was.
And then they'd go and hang out at your place after they do all this shit. So yeah, we're gonna come around.
They weren't hanging out. They were bringing me diamonds. They were mining. They were mining out west, bro, and they were bringing me diamonds. That was legitimate, man. Diamonds are legitimate.
Yeah. I will say that, like, when your crew was around, there was nobody that was really like, "These guys are fucked up." There is now. There's some people that have done some fucked up stuff. And I think some of them were part of that, I mean, they were all connected with you guys back then. And I feel like maybe Peppo's right a little bit. Like, when Baz and Kettleman were around, like, there was a little bit like, I think a lot of outlaws would think about, like, if I do this, what's the ranch gonna think if they find out that I cut this medic down?
We were too powerful. Towards the end, we were too powerful.
Yeah, I think so.
And that did factor into the perma. Like, it wasn't the reason why I permit, but it definitely factored in, like, the fact that we were getting very, very strong.
What did we have that was so strong? What do we have?
All the outlaws listened to you.
Nobody other gangs needed to step the fuck up, man. They needed to step up. That's what they needed to do.
But they wouldn't step up because they wouldn't step up, bro. They wouldn't step up because Jack and Baz had that fucking song, Cult of Personalities, right? Those two characters could bring in large numbers of people at a click of a fucking finger, right?
Which I don't think they'll all be can do, by the way.
No, he doesn't. That's right. He doesn't have that. That's by design. But the thing is, they were so influential that anyone that stepped up to either of them are basically stepping up to the entire outlaw fucking ecosystem.
When Jack joined the Crossing, his thing was, I want to know who the best outlaw is, the toughest guy. I want to be tutored by him. So I went and sought out Gavin Summers, and it was Gavin Summers and Biggs were the two played by Johnny and by Jamjar. They were the two big guys. So Jack's mission was to get close to them and then topple both of them. If you're playing an outlaw, your mission should be long term to be the best outlaw and to topple the two big factions, whoever the big one is at the time. So that's what I did. I went into, a little bit tutored by Gavin, a little bit tutored by Biggs, and then went at them. No one was doing that with us. No one was doing that.
No one was coming after you at all.
With Jack and Baz. And I think I just want to put this out that people underestimate how fun that is and how great that is. Because in order to do that, you need influence. So you need to have people that are down with you. And when you find those people that are ready to take on the world with you, several months later down the line, whether you come out a victor or not, that doesn't really matter. You'll find that whoever passed through that gauntlet with you, you develop an incredible bond. That's what made Mills and Clayton so special to Jack, and Kaniklo, and then later on Baz and Pip. So I'm hoping that now while Jack is gone, people do that because it's so rich for the story. Everybody needs a big obstacle to overcome. And sometimes it's better to be the underdog. It's better to be the underdog. We were the underdogs for a long time, and that's what made it so fun.
Yeah, and then we
thank you for listening to my TED talk.
We stopped becoming the underdogs after a little while. But yeah, I don't think the Wallaby Kid he will never be as influential as Baz, but I think if he's ever going to lead anybody, it'll be other kids. I don't think he has it in him to lead like grown 35-year-old men, like seasoned outlaws like Mills and Clayton. He'll never lead those kinds of outlaws ever. But that's kind of what he is though. He's a kid, and he's more likely to have a kid gang and then be like a full-fledged outlaw with adults and leading. That's not the character. I was so happy when the Wallaby Kid robbed Mill. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was just robbing outlaws. Because the whole goal, and you asked me this today, Orkish, whether you thought the Wallaby Kid's in it for money or he's in it for recognition.
Yeah,
100% recognition.
Oh, I
100%.
knew that already.
There's a lot of parallels to Jack and the Wallaby there, at least as far as motivation.
Yeah, he's very by the code. Like he believes in the outlaw code, but he even goes like a step further. Like he's like, I don't understand why other outlaws, when I rob them, get upset. Like, in my mind, if you're willing to go out and steal from people, you need to be willing to be stolen from.
Yeah,
like that's the way he
thinks. Got bested this time.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
Like let it go, and get back in there.
And the only reason why he has robbed other people like Mills and Clayton and Pip, the only reason why he was able to do that, and the DiCenzos, is because they underestimate him. But that's going to fade like very quickly.
Yeah.
That's going to fade. That whole boyish act is limited. It's already coming. It's already falling apart. The whole doing the fucking Joey voice and pulling someone away doesn't work no more. So I had to figure out other ways. And I've come up with a couple of different ways to do it. But yeah, they underestimated him. But when that changes, I don't know. I'm just so curious to see where it all goes.
Tell me, as a lawman, do you enjoy like you said you haven't been shot or robbed for a long time?
I've been robbed multiple times recently.
I get. Would that be something you enjoyed?
Getting shot is scary to me because I roll for that. now. Now that McGregor's
You're
established
fucking
on the
bullshit
server.
rolls, dude.
Here we go with the rolls, man.
McGregor's
Mate, you should've
established
seen
on the
him today.
server. If McGregor perma'd, it would affect the whole server because everybody knows him. So at this point, I now roll for injuries.
Yeah, but your rolls are bullshit.
My rolls are bullshit.
This guy tells me today, he's like, by the way, Vertz, just letting you know, because I kidnapped McGregor last night, by the way, Peppo. And he's like, oh, I'm going to roll today to see what I remember. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, but, you know, it's all going to be very hard rolls. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm interested in seeing this. So I popped into the start of his stream just to see the roll portion. This guy just gets every fucking roll. He's like, remember? Everything. He remembers this. He remembers that. He remembers this. It's like, you fucking guy rolling 90s and shit.
I did roll some 90s. But I didn't remember you asking me to get in the sheriff's office. I didn't remember.
Oh, that's very helpful, bro. The one thing they knew that anyway. They had a doctor saying that we're in the fucking sheriff's office.
But the biggest thing, though, I did not remember why you wanted the information you wanted.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. They just know who I was, what I did.
You made it very clear you wanted him to remember that.
Wait, you didn't even roll for sharing that I made you change a detail in the fucking report.
It's in the report. I wrote in quotes, this is crossed out and this is written in place.
Someone could have done that for real. Someone could have done that for real. You don't know.
Okay,
Who
fair
knows? Enough. My biggest regret is I didn't just fucking roleplay snatching the reports out of your hand, like every single one of them, and just running. That's what I should have done.
Dude, I'd still be DMing you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was going to go through all the reports. I wasn't expecting a group to roll up that quickly. That was crazy.
It was.
But then again,
crazy quick, but I will say the first town we check every single time we go out west is Armadillo.
Lesson learned. We going somewhere else next time.
But
I could have taken you today.
It was Danny.
Could have taken you today, dude. Could have taken you today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You could have. Yeah.
I decided not to because I was dressed up as Joey. I'm like, fucking lucky.
McGregor was kind of out of it too, and he wasn't sure, you know, who you were, if you were the Wallaby Kid or not. He doesn't know for sure.
Well, I'm glad. Because it's incredibly hard to juggle the whole secret identity thing, the whole second persona. It's so hard to do because a lot of people like out of character know, and they gotta work around that. Like they gotta pretend that they don't know.
Yeah.
When they do know, it must be so fucking difficult to do.
It is hard
to know that information because then you got to juggle what do we use? What don't we use?
It's very
to identify
confusing.
This guy. It's got to be a very confusing. I don't know if it's confusing because the way I'm doing it or just the way the reports are written, but I can imagine it's very confusing.
So right now, like very soon, there's going to be the evidence system comes out and a new report system. It's going to be so much easier for law to understand what the fuck is happening. But right now, it's like, dude, it's the Wallaby Kid is chaos for us.
Perfect
chaos.
But you know, you need a little chaos in your lives, okay?
I saw a video today.
Of
this new box system, and it looks good, man.
New what system?
You haven't seen the box system? Can we watch it on stream? It's a minute long.
Wait, is it public though?
Oh, it was public. Yeah, it's been posted.
Where is it?
Public.
Yeah, give me the link.
Can I link it to you? I'll link it in your chat if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will say the ideal situation of me getting caught, identified, will be the fingerprint. Like have me in a jail cell, and then you're like, okay, Joey, your fingerprints match up, and then I'm just gonna take the glasses off and be like, that's right, I am the and I'm just gonna go crazy.
The Wallaby Kid.
I'm the Wallaby Kid.
Can we watch that on stream? It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, put it on, dude. This guy excited for boxes.
Brother, there's so much RP potential from the boxes, man. Are you crazy?
Yeah, well, you got no diamonds to put in them though. That's unfortunate.
Watch this.
How cool is that?
That's so good. Yes, delivering milk.
Yes.
Fuck the milk, man. Imagine like transporting goods in like stolen goods or doing a deal.
And
you got the money.
Like
I got the money.
So good.
You got the goods? Yeah, I got the goods. Is it on you? No, where is it? Oh, it's in a car.
Oh, here we go. The fucking
Scarface. That's that thing. I'm like, it's somewhere. Imagine doing deals like where you bring the drugs or you bring the guns, you put them in boxes. Oh, that would cop pulling you over and you have a box, and be like, "What's in the box?" Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
He's got a different gun in there. You guys notice that?
Uh-huh.
I wonder, can you sit on a wagon with these boxes?
Probably not.
I wonder
want
if
them to be placeable on the wagon.
I would
That would
love
be
to
great.
do like transporting goods in a box with wagons. How
Oh, he's
sick
got
is that?
buckets for water now. Okay.
Yeah, he gets the bucket and he pours it on a guy's face when he's unconscious. Does that mean that you can wake people up with that now or no?
I just think it's just a cool animation.
Are you sure? I got a feeling that you might be able to wake people up with it. I don't know. Because the guy doesn't get up obviously, but he shows himself doing it. Like he purposely gets someone down to pour water on their face. I don't know if
This
that's
guy
gonna...
right here.
Yeah. And then he pours the bucket of water. Now the guy doesn't get up because he's an NPC. But is he trying to insinuate that you can knock someone out and then wake them up with water? Is that what he's trying to show?
Why would he show it if you can't, right?
I think he wanted to show that the bucket could be spilled, and rather than just doing it regular, he decided to do it like this.
I got a feeling. Well, but what are you going to use that for in any other situation?
Just right there. You beat someone down and pour it over his fucking face.
Yeah, but for what?
It just looks cool.
I think that you might be able to wake someone up with that. That's my theory.
That would be cool if you can. I would really like that.
Yeah.
There's a Excel sheet on the screen.
Yeah, this is the
look
this
at
is
the
the
green,
roles.
dude.
This is
Hot
the roles I did.
Boys and Dirty Girl. What the hell is that?
Hot Boys and Dirty Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, explain that.
You want me to explain that? So McGregor broke his arm and they got him high on morphine, and his friends convinced him to make a hot boy outfit, which was like a shirtless outfit, and then go to Saint Denis and shave his beard.
504 Boys.
Hot Boys and Dirty Girl. So, and then yeah, these are all my roles from today. He remembers being slapped awake, remembers the Wallaby Kid said he was this guardian angel and he was in purgatory.
Are any of these roles perma-deaths?
None of these. No, this is all just what he remembers because he was so.
What would you
fucked
roll
up
for a
on
perma?
morphine.
Would you if you're like
You
when
wanna
you're
see
rolling
that?
for injury? Is that like a natural one? Is that a death?
I have a chart for this.
Okay.
So
Do you roll for the location first? Oh, I see.
So this is like, yeah, it's kind of like I get to choose kind of where, so it makes sense in RP, like where it is.
So natural one's confirmed like 100% death, but like
no, it's not confirmed death. It's I have 15 minutes to get medical and then I'll die.
What?
So there's a chance.
Okay.
What if you have a juicy story, one of the best arcs ever, and it's not come to a conclusion yet, but it's still building up towards the climax, and it just some random happens by, you catch a stray bullet and you roll a perma.
That would fucking suck.
Actually, if you rolled a
would
one,
you actually go through with the perma? Are you crazy?
Hold on.
A 1% chance.
If you rolled a 1 at Fort Mercer, you would have died.
Yeah. Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't get to you in 15. You would have died.
No, they didn't get to me. It was like an hour and a half.
Man, why leave that up to chance, man? Why did it leave that up to chance?
It's his thing, man. You know, he's confident that if he kills.
Well,
he'll come back with a new
McGregor
character.
doesn't get shot very often, so I think it'll be good. I don't know.
Do you only do the perma thing if it's from a gunshot?
From a PvP combat. Like,
okay,
I probably wouldn't do it if you got choked out or punched down, but if you got stabbed or shot.
How about a kettleman stab?
If you stabbed him, yeah, that's in here. Please don't.
Well, anyway, guys, I gotta get going.
Yeah, it's that time.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Orcish, thank you, brother.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out.
It was a blast, man. Really.
Peppo, do you want to? I mean, everybody pretty much knows you, but you want to tell everybody what you're up to, what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just doing some RDR, playing a little bit of Target, a little bit of Age of Empires, just kind of letting the
creative
space
juices
breathe
flow.
right before we get back into Wild RP. I was
Okay.
watching Harry Potter yesterday because I was working on a painting of Harry Potter of
Right on.
Snape.
Snape's
And while
best
watching the
character.
movie, I'm hearing some of the scores, listening to the scores. in the background made me want to RP.
Really?
I was like, this is a good song to come back to. Yeah, and have this song would be perfect for to talk to Riggs with. I let the music
Harry
really
Potter?
influence.
Wait, is
my
Jack gonna come
situation.
back to dun 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 dun?
No, there was this.
dun, dun.
There was this scene
and,
where.
and then it pans over and Jack comes and stand there with a wand.
So are you guys familiar with the story of Harry Potter?
Very familiar. This is a
Don't
Harry
get
Potter
him-
crest right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's that scene where
Oh god.
Hermione wants to, be with Ron, but that other girl is like on Ron's,
Yeah.
and they're like making out and doing touching bellies, and she's sitting by the stairs crying, and Harry Potter goes and sits next to him, and there's this sad piano that's happening in the background. I want that sad piano. I thought this is the perfect song to come back to and have the
Nice.
conversation with Riggs.
Are you gonna look it up? Get DMC.
I thought about it in the moment, but I just never got around to it.
Nice.
What would you write? Sad piano.
Tomorrow,
Hermione,
guys, hear that? Jack's back
Ron,
tomorrow, boys
sad.
and girls.
Jack's back
Jack's
tomorrow.
back tomorrow. Yeah.
You heard it here first on Zug and the Bug.
What about you, Orkish, before we go? Because I know very little about you. I know that your name is Orkish, so you're really into World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
War.
I just like orcs in general. They're fucking awesome.
I
But
do like orcs. I play orcs in Elder Scrolls every time.
they're great. I love
They're
orcs.
badass,
People
bro.
keep asking, did the question get asked? What are they talking about?
Oh,
They've been
right. You
saying
gotta
it
ask him
since the
the
beginning.
question, dude. You gotta ask him the question.
What? Oh,
The
fuck! I
question.
completely forgot about the question.
Yeah,
Okay,
ask him.
it's time for Ask That Question. Peppo, do you? Who would you smash?
Want me to ask?
What
Oh,
character?
okay.
Yeah, do you want to?
Who would you? Okay, out of all the characters in Wild RP, Peppo,
Oh man, this
who
is
would you?
terrible,
Who
man.
would you fuck?
Will I get in trouble if I answer it? Like, will the person
No, you
get
gotta answer, bro. It's part of the thing. I answer.
Now that Baz is dead,
question.
100%
Yeah,
Riggs.
he said
Now that Baz is
Effie
dead.
May.
Now that Baz is dead, 100% Riggs.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I love that.
I'm kidding.
100% Rig.
I'm kidding.
Yes.
You know what, man? Jack ain't interested in love.
No, it's about you.
So, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a question for
Oh,
you.
Peppo.
You. If you could get
Yeah,
the
How do
person,
you separate the person RP
That's what we're
from the
doing.
character?
Not
You're
the-
basically
not the
asking me
person.
which RP do I want to fucking sleep with.
No, that's not what he's asking.
no,
That's
no,
not what
I
he's
see
asking.
it.
The character. I know.
Is it like relationship or just one session?
Just
One session.
just pounding it out.
Yeah.
Is there another question or that's the question?
No, you gotta answer the question, bro.
That's the
Come on.
question.
Ooh, baby.
It's hard. Everyone has this response. But I think
I'm like
everybody's
drawing
answered.
blanks. There's only two people I can think of, and it's Riggs
Clay, Tony,
and
Tony,
Lucille. That's all I can think of. I can't even. I'm like not even. And I'm thinking
Riggs
of
and
movies
Lucille?
right now. The
Holy
corset.
Frost.
Corsets. What about Dr. Boobs?
Annabelle.
And a baby. I'm trying to think, man.
Molly?
Please.
I don't know. I don't want to be a bum,
Yeah, don't say
bummer.
Adelaide. You'll get murdered.
Oh, Adelaide would be so much fun. Maybe Adelaide.
There you go.
No,
Adelaide.
no, not Adelaide. Not Adelaide. Let's see.
Vertz said Tank Girl. I mean, he said Effie May, but
Well, obviously, because no matter what you say, it's always the person behind.
a little bit, I think.
That's
But
such an unfair question.
it is very unfair.
That is how do you separate the RP from the actual person?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Fucking look at like.
You mean the physical attributes? They all look the same.
Not
So it's the
necessarily
voice.
true.
So it's the voice, Orkish. You know what? He's right.
Oh shit! Is it the voice? I mean, no, it's the personality. Like we know, like
The personality and the voice.
you're into
God.
mom. You're into mama. Like
It's different because, like, are you trying to do a relationship? Are you trying to start a?
like 90 years
Are you
old.
trying to start a family? Are you trying to just, go for a great time?
It's just a
Are you
great
trying to
one-time-
start?
one-time
Do you
deal,
want to be?
bro.
Do you want to be sinful?
Hit it and quit it?
One time deal.
I refuse to answer.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
I can add a
That's it.
You're the
confirm or
first
deny.
one. You're the first
That's a
one.
landmine, man. I'm
It is a
avoiding that.
landmine, and I'm
That is
thinking
a
about
landmine.
changing the question.
That is who did you choose? I want to know who you chose.
Me?
Yes.
I haven't answered it.
Oh, you're so
I know.
scandalous.
I
All right,
already
who are you
know.
leaning
I
towards?
know.
Who are you leaning
I
towards?
know.
You gotta be leaning
He
towards
thinks
somebody.
he thinks it's Riggs because I asked
No,
him
I
for
know
a
it.
beer.
I know it. Oh, come, dude, give me a fucking break. Guys go all way to fucking Sissika to say hello and bring her cookies.
I'm trying to remember, man. I'm like I'm drawing blanks on everybody. All I can think about is
What
Riggs
about
and Lucille.
Buttersworth? What about
That's
Mrs.
it.
Buttersworth?
Get out of here, man. Buttersworth. You sleep with Buttersworth. Buttersworth seems like the type that will bite it off, man.
Bob.
I used to be really good at this.
I'm not that thing no more.
Oh, Slim Baby. Forgot all about Slim Baby.
That the answer?
Who knows, man?
Annie Appleby. All right. Well, Vertz,
Just cut him off, dude.
I'm trying to think, man. I can't.
Vertz, what are you going? What's going on with you, man?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm just
YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty much over. The creativity is fucking gone. I'm just
right up.
I don't know what I'm fucking doing anymore. I mean, if you want to come tune in and watch, I mean, you can if you like. Don't really give a shit. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing, Orkish? What are you up to?
I I stream roleplay almost every night now.
100%. What house were you in Harry Potter before we go? Oh, I got a question for you. I got a big question for you.
Yeah.
This has been pissing me off. Okay. Would you take the Harry Potter universe?
Oh my
against
god.
This one, but you get the magical powers.
Of course.
Thank you. 99% of people I've been asking say, I wouldn't want the powers. Too much responsibility. I don't want magic. It's like, you're a fan of Harry Potter series and you don't want magic? Get out of here.
Hold on.
Now, let me ask you another question. Would you, in order to have that happen, the condition would be your parents would have to be brutally murdered by the Dark Lord?
Oh, fuck. When I was a baby?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Shut up, man. You know you would take it.
I would,
you
but
take
that's
it.
also fucked up to make me say that.
I would take it hands down. I would take it.
You're both dumb.
Question.
You're both dumb.
All right.
Like, do you watch the movies? It looks like a fucking chore, bro. You gotta go to school. There's all these fucking rules and restrictions. There's someone trying to murder you every fucking scene.
You break all
year.
the time?
It's lame, man.
You can fly, man. You can teleport.
Fly on a fucking broom?
Dude,
you just
told me.
Leviosa, your whole room is clean.
If you offered me a lightsaber, like a legit lightsaber or a fucking magical one where I can do Wingardium Leviosa, I'd pick the fucking lightsaber every day of the goddamn week, okay?
Listen,
you know why? Because I don't piss sitting down, mate.
You can still want. I want the lightsaber too, but if I can't have the lightsaber, I'm taking the magic.
I'm telling you,
all day.
if that was the choice, that's what I'm choosing. The lightsaber over magic.
And I would take Super Saiyan Gohan over the lightsaber.
I like Wolverine.
We could do this all day.
I like his Wolverine's regenerative powers. All right. They have an extra.
I'd like to be Superman. You can't be Superman.
Superman sucks.
Kryptonite. Superman's
You're
boring.
a prick.
He's so boring, man. I can do everything.
Why?
Laser vision. I can fly. Give
It's
me a
impossible
break.
to defeat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you high? Have you read a comic book in your life? You probably haven't. You've never read a fucking comic book. You have no right to say that. You fucking son of a.
I haven't read a Superman comic book.
It's kind of lame, man. What's his weakness? A rock from another planet? Get out of here.
No, he's got multiple weaknesses. He's got multiple weaknesses.
What's his
He's
other
actually
weakness?
weak to magic.
He's a pansy. That's his weakness.
So then Harry Potter would kick his ass.
Wouldn't kick his ass, but he could hurt him.
Okay.
He could hurt him. Yeah. Doctor Strange would give Superman a hard time.
I don't even know who that is.
Also,
Doctor Strange.
Also,
no idea. I know Doctor
Red Sun Energy. Red Sun Energy can also weaken him. Anyway,
Red Sun Energy, brother. Red Sun Energy, get out of here, man.
Dude, who do you like? Who do you like?
I always thought Spider-Man was cool. Sub-Zero is pretty cool. Scorpion.
Jeez, man. Yeah. Don't go too mainstream, buddy.
Spider-Man is cool. You have acrobatic.
Why? Oh, he shoots the web at the building and it swings.
Superman is boring, man. He flies. I can fly. I'm super strong. I got laser vision. Get out of here. No one cares.
No one cares. He's just the oldest, most successful
kryptonite up his ass and he'll go
time.
down, man. But a kryptonite up his butt and he'll go down.
You like Spider-Man? Shut up.
That's the first one that came to mind. At least I'm flying around. I'm vulnerable. Like, it's exciting.
He's vulnerable.
Yeah, like
every
if I'm
movie,
swinging and
every movie he gets like fucking dropped on his head from a large height and just like, it's okay, I'll just brush that off.
He's a spider. Spiders do that every day.
Exactly. What's his what? I don't see him die. He hasn't fucking died. None of these
I'd rather
heroes
be an
died.
elf.
He got
I'd
played
rather-
as Superman, not-
I'd rather be an
Not in
elf
the- in
from
the
Lord of the
movies?
Rings
In the
than be
movies?
Superman.
Yeah.
I'd rather be an elf from
Which
Lord of the
movie?
Rings than
Snapped out of
Superman.
existence.
Oh, fuck off that cop out. Dude, Marvel doesn't kill anybody off. They always come back 2 movies later. Even the villains, they come back. Loki's died like fucking 50 times. He just keeps coming back. Marvel's just lame, okay? Fucking.
I think their movies are better than the DC movies, though.
I mean, that's nice, but they're still lame.
I'd rather take an elf from Lord of the Rings than be Superman.
That's because you're
What
weird,
a
bro.
boring
I have to
character,
tell
man.
you, but-
Superman. I'm super strong. I'm flawless. Nothing can destroy me. But a stupid
Dude, you're
rock.
breaking my heart here because I was actually
Lame.
gonna commission you to draw me a Superman fucking.
Hey, man,
artwork.
listen, man.
No, you're a hater. You're a fucking hater, bro.
I'm not into it. It's boring. It's so boring that they went, guys, go.
How
listen,
would you know?
We fucked up. We made him so strong. He needs some vulnerabilities. No story's interesting.
You don't
how
understand
about-
Superman.
Listen, just make a rock from a fucking planet that if we get it, then he'll
don't
die.
understand
All right,
Superman.
Let's do it.
You don't.
That's what they
You don't
did.
get it. Superman isn't
Get a rock
about.
from another planet. What's the Krypton? Where is that in
Listen,
the solar
well,
system? Get a
listen
spaceship, bring it back. All right, that'll work.
No,
But it's so uncreative. Don't worry about it. The
Bro,
fans will
no,
still
it's not.
accept it.
Do it. No, it's fucking not. First of all,
Get out of here, man. It's so lame.
The reason why I like Superman is not the same reason why I like Batman. You watch Batman because he beats people and whatever. Superman, the thing is this. Superman, it's not about whether he can win or lose a fight, okay? Because he's Superman, right? It's whether or not he's doing the right fucking thing. And it's about a being that's as powerful as a god living on Earth and trying to be a human, right? That's the story. It's the ultimate outcast story. This is a person that had his planet destroyed, and he's a living god on Earth with fuck this. I don't have to explain this.
Who
I'm
fucking who? He's a living god, man.
I was
Boo-hoo.
into the. Oh, he left. All right.
He got nothing. That's why, man. Superman
He
overrated. You
almost
heard it
had
here
me,
first.
and then he left. Superman sucks.
Man, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for
and
coming
me.
out.
I really appreciate it. I had a great
I
time.
appreciate you. Thank you for coming out. It was fun. Guys, thank you all for coming out to watch Zug and the Bug. I'll put it up on YouTube. I'll put it up on Spotify. You guys can check that out if you missed part of it. We'll be back in 1 week on Saturday at 11 p.m. and we will have a new guest for you. Thank you again. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, brother man.